Save tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisa. Perlawan na uli si Tapisa sekarang ini. I run from Save tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisa. Perlawan na uli si Tapisa sekarang ini. I run from Save tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisa. Perlawan na uli si Tapisa sekarang ini. I run from
Hello, guys. Good evening to everyone. And for tonight, this is the Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minor Season 3. And we are here now with Miss Red Queen with me beside me. Hello, guys. To everyone who's watching, good evening to everyone. I hope you had your dinner already. So we will start our game in a few minutes. So for today, we'll start with the lower bracket of teams, and we will have the 24 teams that will be playing for tonight. So how are you, Red Queen?
Oh, I feel great and excited. It's going to be an incredible night. I'm very sure of that one because I have so many firsts, in Paramount Gaming Esports. This is one of those instances because this is actually just my first time to collaborate with the beautiful Sirila right here. She's actually one of the popular CODM streamers in our community and talk about, been waiting all day and all night for this one. I just know, Sirila, that there's going to be a lot of things that's going to happen for tonight since this is already the semi-finals. We're done with the qualifiers. So if you guys have been following this whole tournament, there were actually 120 plus teams that actually registered for the Southeast Asian Zero to Hero Showdown. Teams coming from Malaysia, SG, Thailand, Indonesia, and of course the Philippines. And we are already one step closer to the finals. And these teams that qualified will absolutely risk everything they have, not just to get their hands on the moolah, but of course, Sirila, the bragging rights as well.
Yeah, so from the 120 teams, we'll have 23 teams that will be playing for tonight. Then tomorrow, the upper bracket finals are going to also be playing, and that's
Mhm.
also 24 teams. So as of now, I think we have a total of 48 players 48
The
teams
teams,
from the
yes.
120 teams. So we are now down to the 48. And I think for tonight, we'll have 6 rounds. Then top 12 teams coming from this will advance to our finals this Saturday. So it will be a very exciting weekend for everyone. So for tonight, we have teams coming from the Philippines, Thailand, Malaysia, and also Singapore. Upon checking the list, we have here popular names coming from here we'll start with AUXILIARUS Esports, Academy of Brother Python, NRX Nehemiah 69,
Mhm.
Four Sinners, AXP Esports Sarath, BLITZKRIEG, and I think this is a team from Thailand. BOYA Esports Echo. We also have here HILAS Esports Generals, Elites Obsidian, SIGRA Esports Artemis, Kingpins Esports PYRO, and 66. How about the other half, Red Queen?
Yeah, so moving down the list, we got teams coming from the Philippines, DEUS EX-MAKINA V. We also have XIII. How do you say that? 8?
13
13, 13,
Esports.
sorry, 8.
Yes.
13 esports. We also got Potato Aim Esports playing for tonight. Slot number 16, we got the Empire NICAEA Esports Falcons. Academy of Brothers Esports on slot number 17. We also have SIGRA Poseidon, BOSSPH, Vikings Esports Visage. We also have Team 7. And on slot number 21, we got Alibaba Clan VERYSEXY. So this team actually comes from the beautiful land of Malaysia. NRX EPHESIANS 432 on slot number 22. And last but definitely not the least, we got the REBORN team.
Okay, yeah, okay. So those are the 23 teams that will be playing for tonight. And again, I also want to highlight those teams not coming from the Philippines because as we know, Zero to
Mm-hmm.
Hero is really dominated by the Philippine teams. But I really want to
Right?
commend these players coming from Malaysia. This is Alibaba, BLITZKRIEG, and Boya, and also the teams from Thailand. It's 66.
Mhm.
Cartel, the Sinners, Cartel Sinners, and also the Reborn team, the only team that came from Singapore. So we have around 6 teams
Mhm.
coming from the other countries aside from the Philippines. So let's see if they can make it to our finals this Saturday.
Yes. I'm always excited, about how everything will unfold for this tournament. And again, you're right. I couldn't agree more, Cirilla, because for the moment, this tournament is actually dominated by Team Philippines, but would love to see, of course, clutch gameplays coming from the other countries as well to try and snatch the top spot, in this whole competition. That's what we're always going to be looking at. But before heading on to our main event, please don't forget to support this live broadcast by sharing the stream to your friends or just inviting your whole community to come and join us and watch this Zero to Hero showdown. Of course, you got me, Red Queen Gaming, and Sirila right here to give you your daily dose of Battle Royale right here, right now.
Okay, so actually right now I'm checking the lobby. So we already have 42 players inside. So let's just wait for all of the players now to come here. And maybe we can check the prize pool, colleagues. Let's try to check the prize pool. Okay, so for this
Ooh.
event, we have 400 US dollars and it is divided into 150 for the champion. Second
Mhm.
place will get 100 US dollars and the third place will get 5,000 CP.
Ooh, that is so nice. Can we have something for the casters as well? No, just kidding. Anyway, of course, you don't have to be sad if you guys just landed on the fourth place, fifth place, because you guys are still gonna receive a total of 3,000 CP for our fourth place. Fifth place will receive 3,000 CP, and of course, we will never forget about our most valuable player. Automatically, he will receive 4,000 CP. So that's a lot of CP that you can actually use to buy yourself some pretty cool skins that you can flaunt when you guys are playing CODM. I don't have any skins just yet, so I hope Paramount Gaming Esports will give me CP as well.
I'm really hoping also that I will get some CP from Basarge. Hi, Basarge. I hope you're watching tonight. Good evening to you and all
Ahem,
of
ahem,
those
ahem.
players and other viewers right now. I hope you'll enjoy our tournament for tonight. Anyway, I think we can already, I can show you the mechanics of
Mhm,
our game,
mhm.
of how we started this, because I think from 120 we are now down to 48. So I'm gonna show you guys the mechanics of how this event is gonna happen until Saturday. Let's go. Welcome. In this video, we will explain the format of PG Esports Zero to Hero League for Quarter 3, year 2022. The league will consist of 3 stages. The first stage is the Southeast Asia Showdown. The showdown will happen from July 29 to August 6. It consists a total of 6 rounds, played out in both TPP and FPP, isolated on blackout battlefields. 25 teams will compete in each showdown to win a share of the daily prize pool worth 8,000 CP. And the top 6 teams of each day earn the rights to qualify for the qualifier rounds of the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Minors. The second stage of the league is the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Minors. The Minors will happen from August 8th to August 13th, played out in both TPP and FPP, isolated on blackout battlefields. This tournament will be conducted in a double elimination format. 48 teams will fight through the following stages: Qualifiers Bracket A and B, Lower Bracket A, Lower Bracket Finals, Upper Bracket Finals, and the Grand Finals. 24 teams will compete in the finals for the prize pool of 400 US dollars. And the top 3 winning teams will qualify directly to the semi-finals of the third stage, which is the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia Majors. Who will hold it out in the Zero to Hero Southeast Asia League and be crowned the hero? Let's find out. Okay, so we have already shown you the mechanics of this
Mhm.
whole tournament. So that's how we started the showdown, and now we are here with Minors Season 3, and we're gonna do the game now for the lower bracket. So anyway, aside from the kill points that these players will be having for tonight, I just want to explain something about what we have shown you from the video. So for tonight, we'll have 6 rounds of the game. We will be changing map coming from isolated and also to blackout, and also we're gonna switch also the modes for every round, so we can do the TPP and also FPP. So I think the players here, it's either they're gonna have the momentum or it's gonna break their momentum coming from the kill points here. So we will see that later on. So I think we're going to start in a few minutes. So I just want to ask a Red Queen, have you tried playing FPP also in Call of Duty Mobile?
No, I have not yet tried playing FPP. I'm so used to playing BR games on TPP mode, but I'm really quite interested on learning this game mode. I know that we are going to have some FPP battles happening for tonight because we're gonna have a total of six games, if I'm not mistaken. Six
Yes.
games. So yeah, I want to learn, from the best. I know that you are a streamer, so maybe we can have some sort of collaboration. Aside from doing this casting thing,
Yes,
maybe you
yes.
can teach me a thing or two when it comes to this gaming style right here for FPP. I would definitely love that one.
No, let's do that maybe next week.
Yes.
Let's try next week. Let's do have a collab next week. So anyway, so aside from the maps that we'll be having now, so that's blackout and isolated. We also have additional placing points on this game. So this is
Mhm.
very crucial for all of the players. The placing points that we'll be having here is the same that what we'll be using in Arena Survivor. So actually, this zero to hero is actually a preparation for all of
Mhm.
the players here who will be joining Garena Survivors next week. I think Garena Survivors is
Ooh.
starting next week, so that is the official tournament of Garena Call of Duty Mobile. So we will see
Yes.
if this tournament is really going to help our players next week. So we have a placing points here on the tournament. Top 1 will get 15 points additional. Top 2 will get 13. Third spot will get 11 points. Fourth spot is 9. Fifth place will get additional 7 points. Sixth is 5. Seventh place is 4, as well as eighth place.
Mhm.
9 and 10 will get additional 3 points, and 11 and 12 spot will get additional 1 point each. So it's very important to
Mhm.
get those placing points on this game. But of course, if you're gonna get some kills and you're gonna get the placing points as well, that will really take your team into the top 12 for you to reach the finals this Saturday.
Yes, for sure, for sure. I mean, this is what everyone has been waiting for, to see if their teams can actually be the best of the best and truly rise to the top of this competition. And mind you, this is already their last chance to prove themselves. The top 12 teams will proceed to the grand finals, or the top 12 teams will actually compete with the top 12 teams of the upper bracket that's going to happen for tomorrow. So I mean, guys, let us know what you think. Please don't forget to type everything down there in the comment section. Let us know who you guys are rooting for, or which players you are rooting against. We would love to know it. We would love to have this type of engagement with you guys. We will definitely read out the comments if we have time. The production will let us know if there are some, good comments that we can actually comment to as well. I don't know if I'm making sense right now, but I hope that you guys understand what I'm trying to say right here. But all I want to happen for this competition is just, make some noise down there in the comment section so we can really have a good time, everyone.
Okay, so I think we already started with our round 1. We are here already inside the map.
Hmm.
So maybe we'll check that in a few seconds. And let's see how many teams. I think we have 15 teams here as of round 1. So for
Hmm.
round 1, we will start with the isolated map, and the mode is TPP. So we have
Hmm.
6 rounds of this, and let's see which
Right.
teams are going to dominate every round. Okay.
Hmm. Yes, and as mentioned a while ago, again, this is your last chance to prove yourselves. I mean, real talk, mistakes or errors in gameplay is totally unacceptable in tournaments, Sirila, because I mean, that's what the scrimmages are for, to fine tune your strategies, your gameplay, your communications, etc. But in tournaments, in this one, it's a big no. One wrong move can actually cost you an entire game, and that will absolutely affect your overall performance, thus resulting to an early elimination. So now that we are about to start our game number 1, definitely we are going to be interested to look out for those instant trades, find out those squads that are not afraid to build their momentums at the initial stages of the game, not afraid to engage with anyone in the team, or any squads out there inside the arena. Now, Cirilla, I'm just quite interested because you have been in the CODM community for quite some time now. Can you
Yes.
let me know which of these teams you're actually rooting for?
Actually, I'm looking for the team of NICEA. They have been doing well for this past tournaments, and also with the other tournaments aside from the Zero to Hero. I've been always hearing their names. Okay, so anyway, this is the V now of our map. We already had our first flight, and all of the players have draft off already from our first round. So let's see which team is going to be the first one eliminated here on our game.
Yeah, so as you can pretty much see, most of the squads actually dropped on the northern side of our map right now. Some of them just went around the pipeline. If I'm not mistaken, 3 squads actually dropped in there. And right now on your screens, we got the team from SIGRA, and one of them is already knocked down, and 2 of them has been sent back to the lobby. But let's see if Beryl can actually perform a miracle right now to do a quick pickup and save those teammates that have been killed in this engagement. NRX-69 or 69, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, we already have 1 casualty, and that's Enyo. Mr. Flex is currently down at the moment. I'm not quite sure though if they can still go for that quick pick up right there, but definitely there is a team that will challenge them in just a few seconds right here, Sirila.
Okay, so here at the platform, it is an engagement coming from the NRX-69 players and also the SIGRA, and SIGRA was wiped out here already by our players from slot C, which is the NRX-69. And now we can see here, Team 7 from a slot D, they are now here, also engaging and trying to do a third-party gaming and also do some damage here for our players. Moesi there was able to take down 1 player, but let's see if they can kill all of these players here coming now from slot 1. I can only see the name of Wais, Mr. Flex, and Moesi coming from slot C. And now Anyao has been killed already, but I think he will be back from our revive flight. For Team 7, on the other hand, for slot E, Soy was already killed here, and there was a Moesi killing Lord War using that AR, and now we only have 2 players left. That is Rad, and that is Easy. Lord War, here's dog tag already. There's another player here. Rad still trying to get the dog tag of his teammates. The only one left there. Soy is now back from our revive flight. Let's see if he can get the dog tag here of Mr. Lord War. Easy is not here as of the moment. As you can see there in our mini map, he tried to he went to the compound, maybe the guy trying to get some ammo and more loot, so he can try to back up to his teammate. Anyway, we have here Rad trying to do a chase now with the other players from NRX-69, but let's see if he can still revive his teammate Lord War.
Yes, Rad, you know, he is actually the last remaining player that's within the side of NRX-69, and he's been doing this airborne moves right here, but NRX-69 could not seem to actually catch this guy. I mean, he is as slippery as a fish right here, but let's see. Mr. Flex right now trying to aim his gun at Rad, but still not connecting any shots. I mean, this is actually pretty much a big challenge for NRX-69 to actually kill 1 player from that team. But here comes another challenger, Sirila. Here comes BVE, and this is a 4v4 situation that is happening right here.
Yeah, so now we have another team trying to engage here at the platform, and this is the team of slot S. This is the BOSSPH Vikings Esports. So we have here Snake, Easy God, Paps, and also RM trying to do some kills here against the NRX-69 players. And for NRX, let's check. We only have a Wais and Enyao alive for their team. Messi here's dog tag and also Mr. Flex, and they haven't been revived here. And I think we can see their Paps and Snake still trying to chase a Wise now. And now taking some damage coming from the gun of Paps. But let's see if he will be killed here. We have a revive flight happening now in 20, which is happening in 20 seconds. We already have 2 teams here that has been wiped out from this game. Actually, it's 12 teams already. As you can see there on our kill feed. There are other teams being killed here already. But since our engagement is still here at the platform, so maybe we can check here. Boy, there's a Wai. It's a good thing he was able to glide out, and the Snake wasn't able to kill him now as of the moment. So as of now, we already have 40. We still have 45 players inside the game, and we're just here now on the 7 minutes of our game. So a lot of things are still going to happen. Here.
So
and maybe we can try also to check the other teams which is coming from our kill feed.
Yeah, let's see if Wise can actually be Wise in this one. He just boarded that vehicle right there, planning for an escape. But unfortunately, no, it isn't Wise enough because he just got eliminated right there. But don't you worry, guys. I think NRX69 is still pretty much alive in this game number 1. But let's jump on to AXL. Minami just actually gained another point right there. I think they did a squad wipeout. You know, we just didn't see the action happen. But there are now currently just 12 teams left for our game number 1. 42 soldiers inside this game, and we are just at the first phase of the circle right here, Sirila.
Okay, so right now we are here with the players now from slot A. This is the team of AUXILIARUS ESPORTS. On this side of our screen, we have here the team from ABC, VERYSEXY here at standoff. We also have the other teams coming from slot B, and I think that is the NICAEA team. This is the FALCONS. So we have 2 teams here coming from the Philippines and also from Malaysia. Let's see if they are now going to engage, but as of now, all of the players are now getting enough loots and armor to combat the other players and the other teams who will try to engage to them as of now. In this view of our screen, we have here players now from AOB. We're still here at Dock. We actually have a lot of teams here who dropped off on this side of the map. You can see there Nell and Kev now here using our vehicle. Maybe they're going to get the dog tag of their teammates. I'm gonna check if how many players are still left. Oh, actually, we only have 2 teams. We only have 2 players here who were able to join in our round 1. It's only Kev and Nell who's gonna play for slot B. Anyway, NRX69 here is still alive, still fighting for their lives.
Yes.
But they already have a lot of kills as of now. And as of, upon checking, they already have 7 kills already on our game, and 5 kills there was coming from Muesi. On this side of our screen, on the other side, we have players from BLITZKRIEG. There is Rico, Limbo, Mizu, and also Nagini from BLITZKRIEG. They are now here using their vehicle, maybe trying to look for other enemies. And now on this side of our screen, this is the NICAEA versus ABC Red Queen.
Yes, ABC, sexy. Let's see if they can be sexy on this situation and actually eliminate their opponents. We are watching Kai right now on your screen, and he is having a trade-off actually with Dardil right here from ENE. They've got 2 of their players on top of this mountain right here. Best vantage point so far, but there's 2 players coming from ENE as well, challenging them in this specific location. Now, for ENE, they already have 1 casualty, so this is already a 3v4 situation, but let's see if they can actually go for that quick pickup right there. But Zed just spotted 2 of those players and actually gunned them down. Who do you think will win in this battle, Sirila?
ENE already have an advantage here as of the moment because we only have Jin left for ABC, and as of now he hasn't got the dog tag of his teammates, but have a revive fight happening in 20 seconds. Let's see if he's gonna make it, or the players now from slot B, the ENE is going to kill him. As you can see here on our side, on the left side of our screen, there are also teams here who are also killing as of the moment. We still have 12 teams and 38 players are still here inside our lobby, and there's the last player of ABC being killed by our players from NICAEA, and that was the 4th team to be eliminated here on our first round. As of now, as you can see there, players from ENE, they have a lot of kill points as of now, and we're not even here at the first half of the game. It's just 10 minutes from our game. They already have a total now of 8 kills, and 4 kills they're coming from Zed, really trying to do some kill points here on our game. On this side of our screen is a BVE and also AXP Red Queen.
Yes, BVE taking on APX. We got Easy God right here, making things look so easy as he did that spray down on that opponent right there. We're gonna jump into 4SN as they are now doing a rapid spray down as well with the players coming from T7. We already have 1 casualty, so this is we are now left with 3 players on the side of 4SN. Let's see who's going to dominate as T7 now left with just 2 players, and they are still in battle with 4SN. Fan Mulan trying to what is he doing right there? what did he do? You know, with that cellular phone? Was that a cellular phone, Sirila?
He was actually reviving his teammate. That's how you
Oh.
revive the dog tags of your teammate. Once you get their dog tags, you have to scan it on that device. It's like a mobile phone.
Oh.
It's like a big beeper where you scan the dog tag of your teammate, so they will be back on the next revive flight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that information. I mean, you know, guys, in case you don't know, I just jumped in, you know, to CODM. I'm actually from PUBG. So this is quite interesting for me. You know, going for the pick up and going for the recall, you just need to get those dog tags and you can already revive your teammates. But we're going to talk more about that one when we have our breaks. As SIGRA right now, Biscuits just took that helicopter right there and he is now heading towards to get his teammates right here saying, come on, let's go and get some more information. Let's get that intel to check out where our teams will be coming from or where they are camping at the moment. And to update you guys, we are down to just 11 teams and 36 players inside our game. We are already at the third phase of the circle right here, and now we are heading back to AOB. Now, AOB entered the game with just 2 players, already a disadvantage in case they go up a full squad right here. They don't have that much firepower, so it's best to just camp, you know, in areas and chill maybe for a bit and wait to get to the end zone to at least have a chance to win the game. But of course, we're gonna watch out on that one as they are now battling some of the squads that's trying to get into their location. NRX69 Waiz is currently bleeding out. I don't know if there is a teammate just nearby, but I don't think so because it was a difficult thing to go for that quick peek up right there. So we are down with just 3 players. Sirila, but look at that. NRX69 is actually right in the middle, and there is at least 3 squads that's surrounding them at the moment.
Okay, so right now we are here at the view of the players from NICAEA, and now most of the players are now going here inside the zone because our zone is going to shrink in about 40 seconds. Here on the view of our players from NICAEA, they have been doing very well here in our first round. We already have a total of 9 kills already. And we are still the map is actually small, but we actually have a lot of players still here inside our lobby. We still have 32 players, and now we can see here players now from NICAEA. I think they are now going to engage with our players from AOB who are now occupying our platform. They're still up there trying to get the advantage, being at the high ground. And there's AOB Kel and also another player from AOB, Kev, trying to do some sniping. But as of now, they haven't gotten any kills as of the moment. Now here on this side, this is the players from BLITZKRIEG and also AXL. We can see there another player from NICAEA ESPORTS also trying to do a third-party gaming here. There's Bear and also Dardel killing other players here from AXL and also from BLITZKRIEG. And now from Slot F, we only have Rico alive now, not taking up here the high grounds. He was able to see their Bear, but Bear was able to take him down using that AR as of now. And players from NICAEA ESPORTS really doing well now with 13 kills as of now, Red Queen.
Yeah, so it's going to be the king of the mountain because we got 3 squads that are actually battling it out to annihilate each other in this situation. But let's see who is going to reign supreme in this encounter. So far, I can see a lot of dog tags surrounded in surrounded in that area. I don't know if they can still go for that quick pickup, but we are down with just 10 players right here in SIGRA right now on top of this tent. I think he has the best vantage point so far. So, higher ground means advantage over your opponents. So, SIGRA, let's see if they can actually take down a couple of players from BVE right here. But definitely BVE trying their best to clap back at SIGRA. You know, we already have 1 player that's been knocked down. BVE trying to still, do a trade of shots with SIGRA players, but Biscuit Tazan already out of the game from the side of BVE. We already have 1 player that's out of the game, and that is Snake. So down to just 3 players right here, Sirila, and the fight is still going.
Okay, so we saw there the players now from SIGRA being killed. That was Biscuit and Tassan. So BVE and SIGRA, they had an exchange of kills. But luckily, as soon as those players were knocked down, Wagner and Yoshi were back from our revive flight. So players from SIGRA still have a chance for this game. Wagner and Yoshi, they're now here back on our game. And now let's see here the view of our players from Kingpins. We have here Cutie from Slot K. Players from Slot K will still have 4 players. They have 4 kills already as of now.
Yeah.
This is Cutie, Gab, Shane, and also Drago. And now you can see here Cutie trying to look for the other opponents. On his front, we can see there are players from BVE. BVE as of now, as I can see, their gameplay here on our first round, they are very aggressive. They're really trying to push every teams that they have been encountering here on our round 1. For 4 sinners on the other side, we can see here Fan Mulan still alive for Slot B, now trying to take over here on the big rock, and now trying to shoot the players from Slot S and also Slot 1, which is the auxiliary esports. Now here throwing grenades. Let's see if he will be able to take down one player. His teammate Len was able to kill Easy God with that AK-47. So now BVE already have 1 player knocked down here on our game. So Snake is now here on the game, and now we can see here Paps and also RM alive for their team. We only have 2 players up for Slot S, and let's see if Kingpins is going to push, and the other players now here coming here from the high grounds of the circus. On the left side of our screen, you can also see other players doing some kills from ENE and also SIGRA. We still have 9 teams here on our game, and we still have 24 players inside our lobby. If you can see, our map is really small as of now. And now here, BVE really killing our players here from the left side and also right side of our screen. There's Easy God killing the last 2 players here from AOB, Kevin Nell. And now players from BBE, let's see how many points do they have now as of this time. They already have 9 kills. I think they can they can have 2-digit kills here on our first round alone of our game, Red Team.
Yes, look at the map, Sirila. Look at the map. I mean, let the carnage begin, because I can see most of the squads are already here in the specific area. And as you said a while ago, the circle is shrinking. So, you know, it's getting a little crowded. These teams don't have any options but to actually engage with one another. For SN in the middle, this is actually a very vulnerable spot because you need to keep an eye, full 360 degrees. All bullets will be coming from every direction. So they need to be really aware of their surroundings, take every opportunity to get the advantage over their opponents. So we got Leno right here doing a trade of shots with this is ENE, if I'm not mistaken, but oh, that was flipping the tables by ENE and actually winning that fight. AXL now down to just with their last player. Let's see if Minami can actually just hide and not let everyone know of his position, because we are now watching the final 4 teams that's looking to get the W for our game number 1. Ooh, and a lot of squads are down to just 1 player, Sirila, so number advantage goes to ENE.
Yes, as of now, players from ENE, they already have a total of 21 kills here as of now. And now we are down to our last 3 teams. We only have Drago and Minami alive for auxiliary and also KPS. They can try to do a suicide here as of now. Minami was able to take down Sedi using that pistol. He was able to take 1 player, but sadly he was killed there by Win using the Jack 12. And the winners now for our round 1 is the team players from Team 16, and that is NICAEA Esports of Falcons. Okay, so we had a very exciting round 1. The kill points coming from the NICAEA alone, I think that was 23 kills plus the placing points that they will be getting. So they really dominated. I think it's NICAEA. I asked I asked their clan master April how to pronounce that name, because I also having a hard time pronouncing. I don't know if it's NICAEA or NICAEA. Then I asked her, April, how do I pronounce it? Sabi niya, it's Nicaea, mommy. Okay, so the winners here of our round 1, we have here players from Nicaea, Falcons, Bear with 9 kills, Zed with 7, Win with 4, and Dardil with 3 kills. So they really dominated here our round 1. Maybe we can check the scores of the other teams. Second place was the Auxiliary Esports with 5 kills, and players from Kingpins. We also have here a total of 9 kills as of now. So again, aside from their kill points, we also have placing points here on our game. So that is also very important. It's very important to secure those spots, especially to get the top 1, 2, 3 spot of this game.
So yes, that was just game number 1, and it's already confirmed, guys. So to everyone watching right now, it is pronounced as Nicaea. So you can no longer have any debate on the name, because Sirila right here already confirmed how you guys should pronounce this name, because they just got the top spot for our game number 1. And again, let me just remind everyone that this is already their final chance to actually prove themselves so they can proceed to the grand finals, of course, to get a chance on that prize moolah that we were talking about just a while ago. If I'm not mistaken, a total of 150 USD. That's the total prize of our first place winner. And congratulations to our top 3 teams that dominated our game number 1. So we got ENE, AXL, and of course KINGPINS ESPORTS. Now, let me know in the comments section if these are the same teams that you predicted who's going to win our game number 1. But please continue to share our live broadcast to everyone. Are we going, Mission Control, are we going to show our live score for our game number 1 so everyone can be updated on how good their teams are performing for tonight?
I think we will gonna show the scores after our short minute break. So as
okay.
of now, guys, we'll just take a quick break. We'll just take a quick break, and we'll all see you after a few minutes, and we're gonna show you, and we're gonna talk some of the highlights of our previous round 1. See you guys.
See me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan ini sebelum kau dapat berlawan oleh si tapi Sami sekarang ini. See me rise. Kasi bertemu dengan ini sebelum kau dapat berlawan oleh si tapi Sami sekarang ini. I run from Kasi bertemu dengan remeh sebelum kau merapat ke sana. Berlawan oleh exit tepi sambil sekarang ini.
ตอนนี้ทำทริปเปิลไปเพราะไม่
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan remeh sebelum kau merapat ke sana.
Hey, welcome back once again, ladies and gents. You're still watching the Zero to Hero Showdown with Red Queen Gaming and, of course, Sirila. Now, you guys just witnessed ENE flexing a muscle right there with their first W for our game number 1, followed by AXL and, of course, Kingpins. But, of course, we're still not sure, Sirila, if they are the ones at the top spot for our overalls, because we still need to consider the kill points and the placement points. I mean, it doesn't guarantee. If you guys get the W, it doesn't guarantee that you are at the top of the overall. So we're going to be flashing on your screens right now the overall scoreboard for our game number 1.
Okay, so now we are here with our leaderboard, and as you can see there, round 1 was really dominated by our players from NICAEA Esports with
Mhm.
38 points. Kingpins here with 20 points. Auxiliarus Esports with 18. Four Sinners also is here with 18 points, and I think Four Sinners are players coming from Thailand. BOSSPH of Vikings here, they have a total of 13. Team 7 with 10. DEUS EX-MAKINA with 10. XIII with 10 points as well. AXP with 4. AOB with 4. REBORN with 3. And BLITZKRIEG with 2 kills. What is very important here in our leaderboards is for them to secure the top 12 spot. For them
Yes.
to be included in our lower finals, which is happening in I think this Friday. I'm gonna
Mhm.
check the message of Boss Sarge. Yes. So top 12 here from lower bracket tonight will advance to our lower finals, which is happening this Friday. So they really need to secure those spots. So top 1 to 12, that is the very important spot here on our game. Anyway, I want to talk about the players a while ago. So we had an amazing kill points coming from NICAEA Esports with 23
Yes.
kills. And I also want to commend players from Four Sinners. There's players from Thailand. They are the second team to get a 2-digit kill on our round 1. So we only have 2 teams who were able to get a total of 2-digit kills on our round 1, and that is a Four Sinners and also NICAEA Esports. But Four Sinners, I think, upon checking the leaderboard, they are with the 4th place because other teams, they were able to secure a higher spot on our game. So that's what I'm talking about. Those aside from getting those skill points,
Yeah.
it is very important to get a spot, at least secure the top 1 to 3 spot, because that will really give
Right.
you an advantage to go to our top 12 slot here, so you can join the lower finals, which is happening this Friday.
Yeah.
Anyway, I also want to talk to you, Red Queen, about how was it so far since you came from PUBG? How was it if watching our players from COD? I know from you told me a while ago in PUBG they don't have the special classes. You don't have the
Yeah.
class. So how was it different if you play PUBG and also Call of Duty?
Well, I've discussed this so many times with a lot of casters that I've partnered with. I mean, here in the CODM. So, basically, PUBG is. I mean, doesn't have any classes. You guys don't have any chance to respawn or revive your teammates. I mean, if you die in the game, you're already out. So you will be spending, all your time. If you get eliminated too early in the game, then happy watching to you. I mean, you cannot do anything but to just watch. So the big difference, for CODM players, you guys are not afraid to. To engage because you have the chance to actually go for the revival, just get those dog tags and revive your teammates, which is not happening for PUBG. So I think that's the big difference that I can say if I were to compare CODM with PUBG, because CODM, you just need to have a bulletproof plan, that one from your team actually needs to survive to have a chance to get to the end zone. So I mean, for BR tournaments, I can say that it's not just about those instant trades or skills. You also got to throw in some IQs as well. You have to
Okay.
know your opponents. You have to study them, their game, their plays, their strategy, who is their top players, their rotation, who is their most valuable player. I mean, in other words, you've got to do your homework as well. You've got to do the research. I mean, these things come into play because the meta is always evolving, Cyril. I mean, you've got to work your way around it. And this will serve as an advantage if you can actually read or predict your opponent's next move so you can adjust accordingly. And I can see a lot of that happening, for for CODM, because you need to have those communications really established if it's still safe to respond and retaliate to your opponents, or maybe it's already safe for you to just find another area, regroup and reset before you get into another fight. But of course, we're gonna talk more about that one. Game number 2 is already starting, and we can see our flight path is up there on the northern side of our blackout map, and teams are already preparing themselves to get to the areas to start looting, or maybe some of them are not afraid to challenge a squad for that location to take control of that area. So let's see which teams are we gonna spectate, first for this game.
Okay, so now we saw there the players from BVE and also players now from 66 engaging now here with each other. We are now here at Asylum. We can see there 66 already knocked down there, and Demon was able to take down one player from BVE, which was Easy God using that ASM-10. RM also, we had another kill here for BVE, and let's see how many players are left now for BVE. I think Pass and RM is alive, and Super 66 has been wiped out here on our first game. On our round 1, upon checking, we had 15 teams who were able to join our lobby. So now here on our second round, 17 are now here. So I'm hoping all of those 23 teams will be able to join on our next round, so they can still try to they can still try to get some points on the succeeding rounds here for our game, because the prize pool here is actually very big. It's a $400, so it's very important, guys, to get the into this top 12 spot of our game. Anyway, we are now here on this side of the map. We are here now at I think this is a house. I think this is House Town. I forgot the name of that map because I'm actually not used in a blackout map. But let's check the other teams as of now here in our screen. This is AXP and also our players now from a slot R, and that is the team from SIGRA.
Yes. And since we are playing in the blackout, you already know what to do in this gameplay. This is a big map, so mobility is actually one of your priorities. You need to get those vehicles to get from point A to point B, and you can actually use these vehicles as well. If you guys find yourselves in a very crucial situation, you can actually use these vehicles as your cover. But we have Potato A not having a very good day because they are all potatoes right now. We only have Yawa right here that's left of their team, and right now he is running for his life, heading towards another location. Make sure that it is safe to actually revive his teammates. And right now we are already watching ENE, our first winners for game 1. They are inside this warehouse, and I can see a lot of dog tags in here, Sirila. We are down to just 15 teams out of that 17, so maybe they did a squad wipe just a while ago. We didn't see the action happen, but this is the situation right now. We got BVE as well. Two of them has been sent back to the lobby, but let's see if they can have a chance to revive their teammates, because ABC is challenging them right now.
Okay, so now we can see here Kim using the track 12 and also that ASM10 trying to chase our players now from BVE. And now for BVE, they were able to revive their teammates. So we all have 4 players already. There's Nick killing Kim with that SMG, and S7 was able to knock down another player from a BVE. That is Nick using that M4. So they haven't been exchanging kills here on our side, the side of our map. Paps killing the ABC7 as of now with that SMG. We can see here Easy God trying to spam with his LMG against our players now from ABC. And now for ABC, I think it's only Jin that is alive now as of this moment, and also Kai. But I think Kai is not near his teammates as of now. But let's see if he can still get the dog tag of his teammates who were knocked down here on this side of the map. Anyway, we still have 19 seconds for the revive flight to start. So maybe he can still get the dog tags now of his teammate. On this side of our screen, this is our team players from BOYA and also AXP. They're here. This is what I call Camellia homes because we have beautiful houses here near construction site. And then we can see there Bobby killing AXP NK with that kilo 141. And now for BOYA, this is slot G. We still have 4 players. It's Bobby, King, Onichan, and also Hitam from slot G. And for slot E, the only players left is Betente, Che, and also Meld. Betente, Che is actually quite afar from his teammates, and also Betente. It's only Meld and NK who is occupying the other spot of that area. But let's see if they can still back up to their teammates and try to get the dog tag of NK who has been killed by the other players. Anyway, as I've been talking a while ago, how magnificent and excellent the team players now of NICAEA. We are now here on the view of our screen. We are trying to engage here with the players from 4 Sinners, and there's a Fan Mulan who used the airborne to try to go now inside our safe zone, as is now shrinking greatly.
Well, I don't know how you guys start your game, but I still firmly believe, to loot in peace, get everything that you need, get all those attachments to gain every advantage that you can to eliminate your opponents. I mean, every little thing counts. Now we can see BVE Snake right here. He is currently aiming at the players from I didn't see the name of that team, but anyway, maybe he changed his mind right there. I think his gonna do a gatekeeping, maybe try to put a little pressure on that team, since they are trying to get inside the safe zone. And you just know how hard to pull off a snipe kill, Sirila. I mean, but it's hard, but the rewards will be sweet because it is a one-hit delete type of gun.
Yes, actually, if you are still outside of the zone here, it's very important now to go inside the safe zone as of now because it's already shrinking and it will be very hard if the players inside the zone is trying to gatekeep you, and also the damage coming from if you are staying outside of the zone, it will be very hard for you
Yes.
to go here now inside. Anyway, no player has been using the jackal in our round one, but here now I can see here Sasuke. I think this is Sasuke now using the jackal on our game. Have you tried using this red team? It's actually
No.
very hard to
Maneuver.
yeah, it's really hard to maneuver. I tried using it a while ago when I was playing this morning. It's very hard to maneuver. It's very hard to park actually. Even dropping off on that jackal, it's actually very hard. But aside from those jackal, actually, it can be an advantage if you
Right,
really
right.
know how to use it. Because if there's really an engagement on the ground, it will really help your teammates. Get some kill points because you're gonna get the other enemies take a lot of damage if you're gonna
Right.
use that jackal in the air. And now here on the left side of our screen, you can also check here our leaderboard as of now. Again, it's still being dominated by our players from NICAEA. Next is Kingpins. Third is AUXILIARUS Esports. Fourth is Four Sinners. So this is the most important spots here on our game. We have 23 teams here, but it's very important to secure those top 12 slots so they can be included in our lower finals, which is happening this Friday. So tomorrow,
Right,
I think this will be a game for the upper bracket. So another 12 teams there will be joining for our grand finals this Saturday. Anyway, here are the view of our screen. This is an engagement coming from ABC and also BLITZKRIEG. These are not Filipino teams, by the way, Red Queen.
Ooh, yeah, and you mentioned a while ago that this tournament is actually dominated by Philippines. So I'm looking forward if some of the teams coming from Malaysia, Indonesia as well, or Singapore that can actually dominate this battlefield. But we can see our team coming from F2 Limbo on your screens right now. I think he gained a point right there, but they have to be careful because we still have they have one teammate that's currently knocked down. But jumping into ABC, we already have one casualty for this team, so we are down with just 3 players. And you actually mentioned a while ago the Jackal gameplay. This is actually slowly becoming the meta for CODM, and this is one of those topics that Bravo 6 loves to explain to the viewers. So eventually when you guys see Bravo 6 showdown, probably is gonna talk more about how you should take advantage of this Jackal gameplay, this air support that we are seeing on CODM right now. But checking on to your screen, we got NRX 69 once again, 4 men strong. They are being challenged by another team, but we're gonna look at that one because one of the players from BOYA Esports just exploded into pieces. So we are down with just 2 players for BOYA. Will still be a chance to actually go for that revive or not?
Okay, so now we are here now on the side of our screen. This is the players from BOYA. BOYA is actually a team coming from Malaysia. This is a Malaysian team as of now. We have a revive fight happening in 22 seconds. They haven't gotten the dog tag of their other teammates. There are 2 dog tags that needs to be revived on our game as of now. And here on the side of our screen, this is the players now from NRX 69. We can see they're anyhow trying to spot some players using that sniper, but sadly BOYA King was able to take down Mr. Flex Pro 69 using that AK-47. And I think the players now from BOYA, they're not going to push here from our players. Luckily, other players from NRX 69 are back here from our revive light. Soul here will be back. So for BOYA, we only have 2 players left. That's King and also another player that's Oni-chan. This is from slot G. We also have other players here coming from ABC now here also engaging through this area. There's Sky, there's also Soul, that's what I'm talking about. Soul is now back here in our revive flight. We still have 12 teams as of now, and 42 players are still here playing inside of our lobby. And our X69 are now complete. All of them are now here back on the game. And now here on this view, this is ABC, very sexy. Now they're here using the vehicle, maybe trying to locate the other players from that spot. They're taking they're now looking where is the possession of our players from NRX 69.
Yes, so since BOYA only has 2 players, currently they need to be smart with every move that they do right now. I mean, they gotta pick their battles and they need to take advantage of the fact that APC is actually just lurking within the area. Of course, it's gonna be difficult to do since NRX might push them and go for the kill. So BOYA needs to just, stay put at the moment and not engage. Not unless NRX goes inside the building and try to eliminate them. I think that's the only time that they should engage in a fight. But looking at the situation right here, we are seeing T7 still 4-man strong, and we are already at the 3rd phase of the circle. There is someone just flying up above them, and if we are gonna look at the mini-map right here over to your right top side, they are again in the middle, which is going to be a little difficult since it will be much easier for other teams to actually eliminate them out of the game. And one of those teams are actually players coming from BVE, and coming from our kill feed, we got some players from AXL that's been dropping like flies, Sirila.
Okay, actually, I think those are the players from Reborn team. I don't know. I will check the teams from Slot W. Wait, I will check. Slot W, yes, that is the Singapore team. All of them are using the Jackal upon checking our map. But anyway, here we are now here in the view of our players from SIGRA and also AXL. They are now going here inside our zone. It's already shrinking. It's actually very hard here in Blackout since the map is very big and there is no spawns of a helicopter here in Blackout. So it's very important to secure vehicles here on this map. So anyway, the zone now is now shrinking. We are down here to our last 12 teams, last 34 players. The zone is now shrinking. On the left side of our screen, you can see there are players from BOYA really now having kills here on our 2nd round. And as of now, upon checking, they already have a total of 11 kills. As of now on our 2nd round, BVE also here on our 2nd round is really taking a lot of kills here on our game. Potato Yawa, as you can see there a while ago, was able to kill 1 player by detonating that vehicle. I think our screen. Wait, I'll check. This is the view now of NRX69 and BOYA. There's Bobby killing Morrissey with an AK-47, and Yao is also knocked down here. And BOYA are now really pushing very hard here to outplayers of NRX69. And there's only Soul left for NRX69. It was already killed there by BOYA King using that shotgun.
Yes, if you guys just tuned in, BOYA Esports could not engage with any squads a while ago, but now that they were able to successfully revive all of their teammates, I think that was, the one thing that boosted their confidence to go and kill NRX 69 inside that warehouse, and that was a successful squad wipe as well, therefore gaining a lot of kill points in our 4th phase of the circle right here, Sirila. And right now we are looking at the ABC right here, and one of them, I can see a dog tag next to his name, so I firmly assume that we are down with just 3 players, and they are currently engaging again with another team. And these are the players, if I'm not mistaken, coming from AXL. We got 1 player right here doing a massive spray down on all of this 3 players. Let's see if we can actually take 1 down and move in for the kill, Sirila.
Yes, actually, now here in the view of our players from ABC, they're now getting some kills. First part of our game, they haven't killed any players, but here in our almost last 2 circles here in our game, they're now able to take 2 down. They were able to take down 2 players as of now. And now here in our zone is already shrinking. And let's see if the other players we're going now. If they are now going here inside our zone, I'm gonna check our map. There's still players still outside of the zone. I'm having a hard time reading the names of our team players as of
Right.
now. I'm very sorry, but here this is engagement coming from our players from BVE. BVE here is already having 10 kills as of now, and there's also players from Easy God killing players from ABC. There's RM killing Jean, and we only have Kai alive, and also only Kai is alive now for the team ABC. Very sexy. And now Boya here, Bobby, who is just back from our revive flight, now getting some kills using that M21. I saw that in our left side of the screen.
Right.
And upon checking, players from Boya, they have a total of 23 kills already on our second round. So I think this is their momentum as of now with that sniper and also the Jack 12 of our players from a Boya. It has been a favorite gun here on our
Right.
game since the map is very big. Snipers is really a big advantage if you have a very good snipers on your team, since this is a very open field. So it's very important to get those kills using that sniper. On this side of our screen, I think this is AXL. For AXL, we only have RTZ and also Shad left alone for our team. And now in front of them are the team players from Boya. You can see their shout, throwing some
Right.
nades. We are now down to our last 4 teams. And this is 2 players from AXL. We also still have 4 players from Boya. 1 left for ABC. And Sasuke is the one alive here for our team Reborn. Onyx was able to take down players from AXL, which was RTC. We only have a Shao left, but he was been killed there by Bobby using that LMG, and Sasuke there was killed also by ABC Kai using that Jack 12. This is a 1v4 situation, and I think Kai there will be knocked down by Hitman using the Jack 12. The winners here of our round 2 is Team 7. That is Boya Esports Echo.
Wow, man, oh man, that was an intense gameplay coming from everyone, and this is just the second game right here in this Zero to Hero Minors Season 3. Now, was that Boya that actually reigned supreme for our game number 2?
Yes.
Boya,
It was
okay.
Boya. Boya from
Yes.
Malaysia.
Boya from Malaysia. So congratulations to our Malaysian team for dominating our game number 2. And look at those kill points. I mean, look at that. The MVP of the game managed to acquire a total of 16 points. I mean, that's already enough actually to boost their ranks in our overalls. Not to mention that they actually got the W for our game number 2. So a lot of the points now coming in for our Boya Esports. And if you guys saw what happened a while ago, they were almost, eliminated out of the game since they were challenged by NRX69. It was a very difficult position because Boya Esports during that time only has 2 players left. They didn't actually have the chance to go for the revive. But I don't know what happened because NRX69 actually got a little busy because ABC was actually just lurking also within the area. So actually NRX got a little distracted, and that actually paved the way for our Boya Esports to go for the revive, hence gaining that confidence that they need to actually push NRX and eliminate them. And when we got to the end zone, they were the ones who actually got the W for our game number 2. So congratulations, what an insane gameplay coming from Boya Esports of Malaysia.
Yes, so congratulations to Boya Esports for winning our second round. We will just tally the scores and we will be back in a few minutes, and we will discuss more of the highlights of our second round after this a short minute break.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumuli na rin. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Hindi tapisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumuli na rin. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Hindi tapisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumuli na rin. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Hindi tapisa. Miss ka na dito.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Save tumuli na rin. Subunto na pakisarap. Perlawan na uli. Hindi tapisa. Miss ka na dito.
Okay, guys, hello. We are back here at Zero to Hero Minor. So we're here playing with the players coming from the lower bracket. So I'm still here with the Red Queen. How are you guys? So I just want to talk about the players a while ago. So we have switched the map, but still it's TPP mode, and we have seen their players from Malaysia, the team players from Boya. They have a total of 28 kills on that second round. So they really dominated our round two. So I think there will be a change now. There will be a movement on our slots here on our leaderboards, and we're gonna check that in a few minutes. I think they're still finalizing our points. And how about you, Red Queen? How was it from a changing from isolated map going to blackout map? Or how did you find it?
Oh well, it's pretty much the same. It's a big map, so as expected, teams will be going for the car gameplays. There were a lot of car chases that happened during the blackout map, but I'm really amazed, but how Boya Esports actually dominated our game number two. Still, we've mentioned this a while ago. Putting up a total of 28 points inside the game and getting the W is an outstanding performance coming from this team. Now, I am excited to see if they actually, has taken over our top spot from ENE just a while ago. Because we've discussed this, once you start to get to the late game, different strategies already comes into play. I mean, playing the edge means that the area you need to be aware of is already shrinking. So you already know that there's no more team, behind you. So you need to focus on what's in front of you. And ENE a while ago, what they did is they took the higher ground advantage. So that is the best vantage point so far for Boya Esports. They've managed to play all their cards right until they get into the end zone. They've picked, a lot of smart gameplays before they ended our game number two. So, Cyril, I mean, that was a pretty insane game two. I'm already looking forward how to start our game number three because I'm pretty sure that we are going to be looking if there will be any changes, in the gameplay as we go back to the isolated map. But we're gonna talk more about that one because we are about to show you guys the overall leaderboards. Drum roll, please. Take it away, Cirilla.
Okay, so again, NICEA is still the number one here in our game after two rounds with 51 points. On our round two, they haven't taken so much kills, but luckily, since they have been able to secure a placement points, they're still there at the number one spot. I think on round two, they were able to take a total of 8 kills on the second round. And now here, Boya Esports now really rising up here on our leaderboards. They're now here in the second spot with 44 points. And look at their kill points, guys. It's just 3 points ahead. 28, 29, 30, 31. 3 points ahead coming from NICEA. So it's 44 points here coming from Boya Esports.
Mhm.
AUXILIARUS Esports here on our third spot. And also BOSSPH Vikings on the fourth spot. Both of them having 32 kills. KINGPINS here with 23. Reborn with 23 kills. And this is actually this is, I want to talk about this team, this team 6 reborn team. These are the players coming from Singapore, and they were able to get, I think, a total of eight kills or 7 kills on our round two using that jackal alone. All of those three
Ooh.
players, all of those players from Singapore, they were not doing they were actually not doing any damage on the ground, but all of them are using the jackal. The three of them actually, I think around 6 kills were were coming from a band. The name of the player is band using that jackal. So that's what I'm talking about. If you really know how to maneuver those air support, it will
Right.
really be an advantage for your team. Because what the reborn team did a while ago is once they see an engagement coming from both teams, and as they can see that the damages has been taken on both sides, what they are trying to do now is to go over there and try to hit those players on the ground with that shackle, and they were able to secure some kills. I think that is around 8 to 7 kills on the second round.
Yeah. And Jackal gameplay is really slowly becoming a meta for CODM players. But yeah, let's talk more about the stats, the numbers in our leaderboard. And as you mentioned a while ago, Empire Nicea
Yes,
Nisea?
Nisea,
All right,
Nisea, Nisea.
Nisea. Okay, because I'm thinking about Nivea. All right, Nisea Falcons. But yeah, putting up 51 points in our overalls. I mean, setting up a 7-point lead against Boya Esports. That was a great catch up actually from the side of Boya. But the Falcons actually are more on getting kill points than placement points. And this is the thing, guys. I know it's pretty hard to actually find that golden ratio when it comes to placement and kill points. But one thing is definitely for sure when you guys are playing in a BR tournament such as this one, I mean, you cannot play this one passively. You got to go out there and really put in an extra effort to collect those kill points because the placement points isn't gonna do it alone. I mean, it's gonna really boost up your maybe your position in our overalls, but it's the kill points, that's going to make a big or a huge difference, when it comes to dominating any battlefield. You need to become unstoppable when it comes to your kill points. And let's see, because 44 against the 51, only a 7-point difference. This is actually not a very far gap. So there is, a huge possibility that Boya and AXL as well can actually overtake, Falcons right here at the top spot. But then again, Sirila mentioned this, only the top 12 teams will proceed to our grand finals. And this is the lower bracket, guys. This is your final chance. This team's I mean, you gotta really perform your best, especially those teams that are actually part of our bottom half session of the leaderboards. I know you're struggling a bit, but don't you worry because we just had our third game and we still have 3 more. The night is long. There's still a lot of things that's gonna happen for our Zero to Hero miners. So let's pick up the pace, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
We're just actually still in the first half of our game, so there is still a chance that the movements coming from the left side of our leaderboards that can still be changed. So don't worry. So anyway, I just want to say hi to those viewers who are watching on the page of Paramount Gaming Esports. Hello to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Also those viewers coming from Malaysia and also Thailand. Hello to you guys. Good evening. And also I want to say hi to my viewers on my page. Thank you to those who are sending me stars. I'm sorry if I'm not, if I was not able to mention your names as early as you sent those stars. I just want to say hi to Arvin, also to Dirk. Thank you so much for sending me stars. Good
Yes.
evening to the both of you. Anyway, please support our pages.
Yeah.
Please follow the page of Paramount Gaming Esports. Also, Miss Red Queen here beside me. Please follow our pages and please support all of the tournaments coming from Paramount Gaming. And I know this is not the last tournament that Paramount Gaming will be giving you guys this 2022. I know there are still a lot of events coming here, so make sure to follow our page and also always check the Discord of Paramount Gaming Esports.
Yes, and also I would like to give a big shout out to my viewers as well. Thank you so much for everyone who showed their support by following my gaming page. We got Wilbur Coloma, Ken Aguilar Arroyo, Chloe PUBG, Regos Jen, and to Mr. Roy Adrian Gloriani Doctor. Thank you for sending stars as well. And to the rest of the casters from Ankla Esports, I know that you guys are watching, so thank you so much for supporting this live stream. And I'm still gonna encourage you guys to make some noise down there in the comment section because the tournament is not over just yet. Your teams still need your support, so don't forget to rally behind your favorite team. Or maybe you can also discuss if you guys are rooting against the team, then we would love to know about that one. That would be, a pretty good discussion for us casters and you viewers out there. We would love to know what you guys are thinking. So make sure that you type everything down there in the comment section and make sure, as what Sirila said a while ago, we are live on 4 pages. We got Paramount Gaming, Esports, Red Queen Gaming, Sirila, and of course, live also on Colix Gaming Facebook page. So don't forget to show your love and support to your casters by following our gaming pages and giving us a thumbs up.
Okay, so I think we're gonna start in a few minutes. We already have 76 players here as of now. I'm still checking all of the slots. Mm, Wait, as of now, there are players who are now joining our game. One checking. Wait, how many teams are this? I'm really hoping that all of the teams can now go here in our third round, so they can still catch up with the points because it's still 4 rounds. It's still 4 rounds, so there's still a chance for them to get into the top 12 spot here of our lower bracket game.
Yeah.
I'll just check. It's 76 players. And I think the map here. So we have been doing 2 rounds of TPP already. So
Yep.
now here we go back to isolated map and we'll do the FPP mode. So we are now here doing FPP mode as of now. And we are going to start in a few seconds. So let's see if the momentum of Boya will still be there. They really dominated our second round with a 28 kills and also taking that top 1 spot, taking another plus 15 points to their total kill points. So anyway, we'll start our game in a 42 seconds. So let's see what strategy they will be making because it's very hard to do a hip firing here if you're playing an FPP.
Yeah,
As a TPP player, it's very easy for me to do the hip firing using the SMG, using the shotgun, but when doing the FPP mode, it's very hard for me since the
Right.
FOB. I don't know if we call that FOB or POV of the screen. It's very wide for me, so I don't know if I'm really hitting those players
Right, right.
with my hip firing.
Yeah, and the big difference really for TPP is you are aware, with everything you can see full 360, right? But with FPP the view is very limited, and unless you're really very good at handling, another perspective or this point of view as a player, then it's going to be a piece of cake for you. But I do agree with you, Sirila. I mean, we are now moving back into isolated, and let's start with the name of the game, isolated map. You might want to consider isolating yourselves at the beginning of the game to make sure you guys have what you need to get those attachment, to get those throwables you can use to shut down any opponents. I mean, going in prepared is actually a great edge to win any battles. And you've mentioned a while ago, it's always fun to have, some alterations when it comes to your gameplays. Of course, you want to also consider not being predictable inside the game. I mean, how many times have we played this map, right? So pretty much, the teams will already know about your rotations, about your gameplay, about your strategies, and how you engage with any opponent. So you might want to avoid that one being predictable in the game. So here comes, the engagement that we are talking about. The action is already starting as our ABC right now, together with at least 4 squads in this area. And we are about to start our battle. So take it away, Sirila.
Okay, so we are now here at Nuclear Plant. Players from ABC and also AOB are here. Potato Esports are also here, and also players from Deus EX-MAKINA. We can see their Polo from Potato has been killed there already by Iho using that MX-9. And now here Kim trying to kill some players from DEM, but it has been denied by those players from DEM because they are now securing their possession and trying now to kill other players. Oh, we can see their Kai trying to kill another player with that baseball bat. Maybe all of the players here, they haven't got so many loot since it's 4 teams who dropped off on this side. So it will be very hard for them to get those guns and also ammos here as of now. Caldero from DEM, he has killed Paquito with that AR, and now let's see how many players are left now for AOB. We only have Niana and Pong alive now for slot Q. I have been talking about the teams joining here on our game. So from 15 to 17, and now we are here with the 19 teams playing here for our third round. Hopefully we'll be able to see more teams as we go on our game. And now here on the view of our stream, you can see there Mr. Flex killing Wagner with that KSP. KSP is actually one of the new guns since the update here of Call of Duty Mobile. It's actually it's actually a nice gun because the damage is really good, but it's actually a burst gun. So if you don't know how to use those burst gun, it's actually not an auto. I don't know how do you call it, but there's what you call auto firing and a burst firing for the SMG. So if you're really good with hip firing, maybe you can really take advantage of that big damage coming from the KSP-45. Anyway, let's go back here and leave our players from a nuclear plant. We still have 3 teams here. ABC is still alive, also DEM and also AOB has a hero skill Jer using that PPSH. So maybe we can check the other players. Poloy is still alive here for DEM. And now here, Potato Yawa trying to revive Blue here. And now he was able to up his teammate. For Potato, they already have a total now of 4 kills. And Polo is now here back also from our revive fight. So we still have 4 players here from Potato Esports. And now we can see here other players from DM. I think they are now getting into another part of our zone since there have been a lot of engagement here and they don't want to be eliminated on the first part of our game. Let's see if DM can still get kills here on our third round since Poloy is the only one alive left for his team. He hasn't gotten the dog tag of Habibi, Caldero, and also them, which has been killed by those players coming from ABC Esports.
Wow, I mean, NRX, I believe they are already out of the game. As you can see, we already have 2 teams that's been, completely eliminated. We just have 17 teams as of the moment and 54 players. And you can see on the left side, the first circle is a bit challenging, Sirila. I mean, isolated map divided into 3 main islands right here, and the circle has at least 60% water area, and just little portions from each island in the isolated map. So this is going to be an interesting battle for our game number 4, and this is just the first phase. I thought, going back to what you said a while ago when you asked me if I know what KSP means, I was about to say kulang sa pansin, but I mean, if you guys don't know, kulang sa pansin means, that you are actually yearning for some attention, but that's actually a Filipino joke that in time you guys will get. But we'll explain more on that if we have a break, if we have a chance to actually explain, because you guys are giving us, a mouthful of battles happening right now for our game. And SIGRA on your screens, I think they have a challenger right now, players coming from BVE, but there is still, a bit distance between this team, so I can see mid to long range fights. But forget about that one, because Hachi is doing a massive spray down against BVE, and BVE actually going for that flank, trying to sandwich SIGRA at the moment to become to make themselves a bit vulnerable in this situation. Let's see if SIGRA will actually call out a smart gameplay to try and eliminate and do a reverse sweep against those players coming from BVE.
You can see there now Hachi trying to do some damage using that spotter, and he was able to kill their Paps using that cluster grenade. So it's also an advantage if you also have a spotter on your team, because you can actually kill some players if they're still looting inside that area. So you can have some damage using that spotter class. So anyway, let's go back here. These are the players from BVE. We still have Snake, Easy God, and RM still alive here for our players from Slot S, and then they are very near to our players from let's check. So, sorry, I'm having a hard time reading those names, but anyway, I will really try my best to follow our kill feed. Here on the side of our screen, this is the players from 4 Sinners, and this is the team from coming from Thailand. They actually did very well on our first round. They were able to take a 2-digit kills in our first round. So let's see if they can still make some 2-digit kills here on our third round since we have switched the mode already. I don't think all of the players are very used in playing the FPP mode. I think some of them are used in playing the TPP mode here on Battle Royale. So anyway,
Uh-huh.
I also want to say and comment the names here of the players from
Enemy
13
eliminated.
esports. So they have been able to join our third round. Esports is a very popular team here. The team of Jul, Shinichi, Sorak, and also Shao. It's actually a very strong team to beat here on a 0 to hero. So let's see if they will be able to get some kills here on our third round. Anyway, we can see here on the screen the players now from BOYA Esports team coming from
No.
Malaysia. They are now engaging here with the players from AOB. As of now, they already have a total of 3 kills, and Hitam is already killed here by the players now from AOB. They are engaging with AOB. Selena and Shiva are the only ones who are still alive for our slot B, and I think they are already backing out, not engaging with our players on Boya, knowing how aggressive our players from slot G. You have seen them how aggressive they are in our second round, really pushing all of the
Right.
players and really taking some pressure on on their enemies. So here, Selena and Shiva already backing out, but I don't think they have gotten the dog tag of Nel and Pablo. But let's see if they can still revive their teammates on our revive list. So our map is still big. It's still big. And we still have 16 teams actually. SIGRA has been eliminated. That is the third team to be eliminated here in our game. BOSSPH also has been doing very well here on our first 3 rounds. As of now,
Right.
PvE, I have been seeing their names here on the left side of our screen.
Mhm.
PvE already have a total of 4 kills already, so they have wiped out those players from SIGRA already. So we are down to our last 16 teams, and we still have 56 players inside our lobby. It's still big, guys, and our map is now shrinking. We're still here on the 12 minutes of our game.
Right. And looking at the safe zone, pretty much it is leaning towards the main island for our isolated map. So there's still, at least 20% of water. So let's, I hope we can keep it that way. But you're right. I mean, there's really no problem in being a little aggressive in this particular battle royale. I mean, if you're the type of team who actually loves to rack up kill points, build their momentum at the initial stages of the game, then you just need to have that what you call a fail-safe plan on how to make sure one of you survives the engagement, to either scan the tags or really wish for a great clutch gameplay. Otherwise, you guys are definitely going to be eliminated out of the game. And in CODM, Sirila, I believe that, versatility, especially that we are now playing the FPP mode, it's very important thing to develop that in a team, because BR is always unpredictable. That's why we always say that it is anybody's game, because we cannot really know what's gonna happen next. I mean, we have the stats, we have the numbers, so we can only anticipate the next course of events. And, if you want to be one of those unstoppable teams, then you really need to be, aware, and you have that knowledge, in every situation, and how to handle that one, or how to survive in any encounter that you guys, have in this game. But again, we are looking at a REBORN, if I'm not mistaken, and here comes another snipe attack on the top of this mountain right here. I don't know if it connected. I cannot see my screen as well, but so far we have this team on top of this mountain right here, having the best advantage so far against the teams that are actually down below, and that one is another kill for our team right here. But let's see if they can actually collect more kill points in this situation, as teams right now are pretty much aware that they are on top of this mountain right here. So definitely some of the teams will definitely go for that push.
Okay, so that was actually NICAEA Esports and also players from DEUS, EX-MAKINA, and also SIGRA. So we have 4 teams here now at Dock, and as of now, Bear and Dardil have been killed already by those players from SIGRA. So it's gonna be a win, and Sed still alive for our slot T, and let's see if other teammates Bear and Dardil will be back on our revive flight, which is happening now in 48 seconds. And here on this side of our screen, here's what I'm talking about. The players from 13 esports. I'm telling you, Red Team, this is actually a very good team. Jul, your team captain, is really a frontliner here. This is really the scorer of our team players here. I'm also happy to see the name here of their new teammate, Shao. Shao is a previous player from Vagabonds Esports main team. And now he's here playing for 13 esports. So I think this is really an advantage for the team of Jul having Shao on his team. So it will really make them one of the strongest team to beat here on 0 to Hero.
Ooh, wow. Well, I'm looking forward at how everything will unfold for this team. I hope that they can actually clutch their way and get a W for this evening. But right now, we are watching DEM Habibi on his knees, bleeding out there in the open. We got our Caldero right here, still trying his best, to defend his team. They are already at a disadvantage as of the moment, since they are down to just 3 players. But still, they are doing their best at trying to eliminate these players coming from GER, if I'm not mistaken. That was a good clutch gameplay using that JAK-12, and you know how massive of a damage JAK-12 can give you. It is just one shot and you can already be down on your knees.
Yes, actually, JAK-12 is really one of the meta guns here since the update. Actually, even in the previous season, JAK-12 is really a nice gun to use if you're gonna do a close combat with your enemy, since the fire rate is good, and also the damage is actually very high. So in in 2 shots, 3 shots, you can really kill a lot of players who are very near you. So anyway, we are still here with the players from 13 esports, and this is what I'm talking about. We haven't got any scores on the first half of our game, but look at their scores now. They have 10 kills already on their team for their team. 4 coming from Jewel, 3 coming from Sorak, and now I can still see the other names here from 13 esports really pushing against our players from other teams like the NEHEMIAH and also BVE. So here on our screen is the players from BVE. So we already have the other players who were knocked down a while ago, who have been killed, are now back here on our revive line. So we have 4 players still playing for BVE. They have a total of 10 kills already. They were able to get another 2-digit kills here in our third round, and I think that will really give them a nice spot on our leaderboard. On this side of our screen, we are here with 4 sinners, and this is on the other side of our screen, and with the players from Potato, and there's Hesa killing another player from 4 sinners. I think that is Lurid, and we only have Mulan and Nicolas still alive for slot D. We are now down to our last 10 teams, last 28 players, and the zone will shrink now in 20 seconds.
Man, Jack, when you guys using that JAK-12, you really packs a super punch, as strong as Saitama right there, because it can only get you like a 1 punch and you can be, totally eliminated out of the game. And as Sirila said a while ago, it is one of the meta guns for CQCs, one of the most effective guns for CQCs. So that's actually a very wonderful gun to use if you guys, find yourselves backed in the corner and there's a lot of squads or a lot of players from a team that's actually pushing inside. JAK-12 is one of the best guns that you can use. But anyway, if I am reading this correctly, Sirila, we are down with just 10 teams and 25 soldiers inside the game, and we are already at the fourth phase of the circle right here, and carnage is about to begin as this squads already surrounding this area. You know, a lot of them will definitely have the battle right inside this specific location right here, Sirila. I just cannot really view the screen properly, but I can see, you know, our zone slowly shrinking. You know, it's slowly getting crowded, and I'm pretty sure that this teams, you know, as much as possible, they are delaying a bit, you know, delaying the engagement. But as soon as they find or collide with each other, you know, hell will break loose, and these teams will really annihilate each other.
Okay, so now we are here with the players now from 13 Esports. This is Sorak now using that M21 and now getting some kills using that sniper. We already have 17 kills for the team of 13 Esports, so I think they will really try their best to get those kills for them to catch up with the points coming from NICAEA and also BOYA Esports. Those are the players on our top 1 and 2 spots. So let's see if 13 Esports can still make it. And I think they can still make it because we're just here on the first half of our game. Anyway, our zone will now shrink in 7 seconds. We'll still have 16 as of now, and 16 players are still here inside our lobby. Boya, the team who is doing very well in our second round, they are still taking some kills here on our game, but as sadly, I think Bobby here was a knockdown already, and there are also players now here using the airborne. I'm sorry because I'm having a hard time reading the names of our players as of now, but the zone is now shrinking. We are down to our last 5 teams, last 14 players. I will just rely on our kill feed on the left side of our screen. There are still players outside of the zone. That is Win, and has been killed here outside of our zone. There's Win was able to take down Bobby with this SMRS. Last 5 teams, last 12 players.
Yeah,
Showing Sporak securing here the spot on the lower grounds, but let's see if a Boya will be able to kill those players here on our lower ground, Red Queen.
Yes, I agree with you, Sirila. I mean, Boya Esports again with the high ground advantage. Of course, trying to target this players, and one just jumped from that mountain right there to go down and kill this player's getting a little impatient, but Boya Esports right now has the best of visuals so far. But we need to also consider the fact that some of the squads are actually hiding inside that building right there, which makes it a very prime, you know, location. But Boya, they are just being patient. I mean, again, they have the best location, so they just really need to play their cards right on this one. But we got, you know, one player coming from right behind Boya Esports right there, doing a massive straight on. Let's see if they can actually take at least one player, but Boya losing that high ground advantage. I don't know how they're gonna win on this one, but we are now watching the final 3 teams for our game number 2, and right now, here comes our winner. Team number 7, Sirila, and that is none other than, again, Boya Esports Echo.
Okay, so that was an amazing third round, and again, Boya Esports dominated our third round. I will be very happy to see the kill points of our players on our third round, since we have teams coming from DEUS, from 13 Esports. They just went into the third round of our game. So I want to see the movement now of our scores after our short minute break, and let's talk more about it later. So here are the scores of our winners. We have their Boya with 9 kills, Bobby with 7, Oni-chan with 1 kill. Hitam was not able to get some kills here on our game, but it's okay because they were able to secure 17 kills plus 15 for their placing points. So here, the first place is a Boya Esports. Second place here, very exciting team. Again, these are the players that I've been talking about a while ago. They have been using the Jackal very well. This is the Reborn team coming from Singapore, and they were able to get a total of 5 kills. Third place is the players from NICAEA Esports. They were able to get a total of 9 kills here on our game. And upon checking our scoreboards, we also have 3 teams who got 2-digit kills on our game.
Mhm.
Team 14, that is the team of Jewel, the 13 esports. They have a total of 18 kills. Team 18 is the team of SIGRA. SIGRA Poseidon. They have a total of 10
Right.
points. And Team 19, BOSSPH, the BVE. Those players from BVE were able to take also 10 points here, 10 kills here on our game. So on our round 1 and round 2, we only have 2 teams were able to get a 2-digit kills. And now here in our third round, game has been changed. 4 teams were able to get 2-digit kills here on our game.
Yeah, and actually, Boya Esports just did a back-to-back win. Now we're talking about consistency. You know, Boya Esports, they've managed to secure the top 2 spot in the overall leaderboard. So it's gonna be a pretty interesting sight the next time we go back, because we're gonna take a short break before we flash, the live scoring. But is it enough to actually take the spot from our NICAEA Falcons? We're gonna find about that one as soon as we get back right after this, ladies and gents. Please don't go away and continue sharing this live broadcast to everyone.
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan Remy sebelum kau dapat perlawanan oleh Exit tapi sekarang ini
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Kasi bertemu dengan Remy sebelum kau dapat perlawanan oleh Exit tapi sekarang ini
Fly, sa Stage of Beauty. Nagpapapapag na, she's still
Kasi tumulong na rin Subunto na pakita. Wala pa na uli. Si Tapisa, miss ka na niya.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
We are already halfway through this evening, and you guys are still watching Paramount Gaming Esports Zero to Hero Minors Season 3 with Red Queen Gaming and, of course, Sirila. Now, you just witnessed what happened during our game number 3. Again, Boya with a back-to-back win, really putting up a good show for everyone, really making a statement that, hey, we are one of the teams that you guys need to watch out because we are here. We got our eyes on the prize and we are prepared to dominate this whole competition. And Sirila, what can you say about the teams that are actually consistent in, being included in the top 3 in every game from game 1 to game number 3?
Okay, so we have seen the gameplay of our teams coming from round 1 to round 3, and as always, NICAEA has been doing very well. Also, BOSSPH Vikings, and also the team players from Malaysia, which is the BOYA Esports. So to those who are watching, I know all of you. I have been watching them also. So we will see if they're still going to make it on our top
Right.
12 spot. And here on our game, what I am very excited about is the team players who hopped on our third round, which is the team of Jewel, which is the 13 esports, also the players from DM Deus Ex Machina. I'm also happy to see that SIGRA Poseidon has been now keeping up with the pace because they were able to get a total of 10 kills on our third round. That is the team of Wagner. I think he's also streaming Wagner TV. So I'm very happy to see his team also now getting 2-digit kills on our game. I think on the first and second round, unfortunately, they were not able to get much kills. But let's see if this 2-digit kills coming here on our third round will make a difference and will secure them another spot on our leaderboards. I think Colex is our leaderboards okay now. So okay. So I think we're still having a hard time on our leaderboards. But anyway, if we're gonna start our fourth round already, don't worry. We can show you the leaderboards on the left side of our screen later on. So
Mhm.
here on our fourth round, since we have been doing the FPP mode in isolated a while ago, here on our fourth round, we will now switch to blackout FPP. So it's hard doing isolated FPP. It will be harder now for the players to do another FPP mode since the map is it's another map. This is the blackout map for a battle royale. The area is wider, so I'm actually not used in using snipers in FPP mode. So I want to watch all of these players. How are they going to do it? If that will be an advantage for them, or maybe let's see if they are going to use the jackal here again. If they're gonna do some air supports. So we are now here on our fourth round, and let's see which team is going to dominate Blackout in FPP mode. Red Queen.
Yeah, so this is again on a different perspective, and I agree with you. I mean, I'm also a TPP player, so I mean FPP mode always blows my mind. I mean, I don't know how these players can be really so good at doing FPP because the view is always limited, and I'm the type of gamer who wants to see everything. My surroundings. I need to be aware where direction I should go. I need to see where I am, shooting at, or if there's a player right behind me. It's gonna be difficult for me to actually know if there is someone that might, do a backstab from right behind me. So yeah, again. We've talked about a versatility inside the game, and this is one type of PR that you guys need to really have a good display of talents and skills, not just for TPP but for FPP as well, as this and as this game mode is always included in a lot of major tournaments. So let's see, which of these teams are gonna reign supreme in FPP mode. I'm pretty sure that this game mode will affect some of our players, some of the teams that actually dominated from game number 1 down to game number 3. Now, game 4 is different. We are heading back to the blackout map, the biggest map for COD, but on FPP mode. So let's see what changes we are going to witness for our game number 4.
It actually can be an advantage if you are an MP player, because we have two modes. We have a
Mm,
two types of game here in Call of Duty Mobile. You can play in Battle Royale, and you can also
right.
play the FPS game, which is just the multiplayer. That's what we call them. And if you are playing in multiplayer, that is actually you do the game in FPP mode. There is the
Yeah.
hard point, the domination, search and destroy. So if you are used actually in playing MP in multiplayer, is actually an advantage if you're gonna do battle royale in FPP mode, because I have friends who are MP main players, and when they are playing in a battle royale, they want to do the FPP mode instead of doing the TPP, because they are not used in seeing their bodies as they do the battle royale. Because in FEP, the only view that you can see it's in the first person view, is your guns and your enemies. So I don't think these players will be let's see if these players will be able to take an advantage if they are used also in playing MP. It's very important also if they're gonna do some screams and practice in playing in FPP
Right.
mode, if they really want to do some damage and kills here to their opposing teams. So I think the game is already starting. Let's see our map here in Blackout. Let's check our view, colleagues. We already started here our fourth round, so we are now here on the second half of our game, and let's see which teams will be dropping off now. Look at the first round is here on the middle of our map. Our flight is here coming from Turbine going to Nuketown Island. We have 19 teams here inside our lobby. 74 players are here as of now, and most of the players already dropped off on our first route.
Yes, and as you can see on your screen, most of the squads are actually dropping more on the southern part area of the blackout map. Two, I can see just dropped on the eastern side. Now, there is one squad that chose to drop around Nuke Town area, but definitely, we are going to see a lot of action happen in this we in just a few minutes, because we are now watching this 13, team 13, Sinichi, if I read that right, as well as Spiorak already now a dog tag. So there are just two remaining players, Shao and Jewel, that's left to defend themselves against the players from ENE. We also have Potato Ames, who might join into the mix because they are all right here in this building having some trade of shots. But we got our team on spot number N4. Have the higher ground advantage. Potato aim. Everyone is still alive, so they have the number advantage. A big percentage that they can actually bag the win on this one, Sirila.
Okay, so here now, we are here at the factory side of our blackout map. So we have seen there the players from 30 esports taking some damage. And I think they have been wiped out already here on our game. So sadly, I think that will affect their scores. But let's see if they can still make it to our top 12 spot. Anyway, this is the V now of ENE. Bear here with 2 kills already and said 1 kill for his team. This is slot P. And they still have 4 players. Said was able to knock down also another player from Potato, that is Yawa, and also Hesa with that AK-47 and also SMG. I want to look at the other players here at Factory. I think they have wiped out almost all of the teams here. And for Potato Esports, Polo is the only one left for his team, and he backed out of that area, trying to get another spot and get the dog later on this game.
Yes, and I think, Kingpins are actually battling it out with the 4 PS, if I'm not mistaken, because I really cannot read the names as of the moment, but we got 15 teams out of the 19 that are still surviving our blackout. 50 soldiers inside the game, and we are just at the first safe zone for this game number 4. And as you can see on the screen, our circle is about to shrink in just a few more seconds. But again, Kingpins on your screens inside the warehouse. And so far, they are ripping the rewards. The teams or the players that they have killed, they are looting and scavenging everything that they need so far. And we got NRX69 right here spotting a plane right there, but it is bit of a long shot, so I don't think they're gonna do something about it. So far they are in this area all alone, looting in peace. I mean, that's the best thing to start the game. For me, it's best to really get everything that you need first before you get into any engagement inside the game. Of course, you want to always have that upper hand against your opponent, and having all the attachment for your guns will automatically give critical damage, therefore big percentage of you winning any battles inside the game. And Sirila, look at here, we got our team from slots H1. We got Breezy, Iris, Calibre, and Yearn, if I read that right. Still looting, busy, not engaging with anyone, doing some rotations as well, heading towards another compound maybe to get some more loots. But jumping into AXL, let's see if they will be colliding with another team. I can see just the dog tags within the area, but there is no squad that can do battle with them just yet. So pretty much our teams are just chilling like a villain in this situation. There is no engagement happening just yet. So far, blackout map is a bit quiet and passive.
Yeah, so as of now, we are here on the 6 minutes of our game. We still have 14 teams, there's still a lot of teams, and 51 players are still here now inside our lobby. On our screen right now, this is the players from NRX69 and also AOB. And I think NEHEMIAH is now trying to engage with those frag grenades, but AOB, they're not engaging, and they have backed out from this game. So here on this side, this is now the players from Boya. Boya has been doing very well in the 3rd round and 4th round. Let's see if they can do another big points here on the 4th round of our game.
Right.
There are only 3 players who were able to join our 4th round. It's just King, Hitam, and also Onichan. So they are now missing 1 player. This can actually be this is actually a disadvantage for that team since they only have 3 players. But let's see if they're really if they can still do well despite having 3 players only for their side. On this side of the screen, we are seeing the players now from Kingpins. You already have a total now of 4 kills. This is the Kingpins. This is Slot K. We can see here Shane, Cutie, and also Drago. I think they have squad wiped here another team on this area, and Gab will be back on our revive flight.
Well, you mentioned a while ago about scrimmages. Actually, the path to pro, if you guys are aspiring players, you've got to participate in a lot of PR scrimmages, because that is actually the perfect avenue, the perfect platform for your team to actually hone your talents and perfect your skills when it comes to playing, Battle Royale tournament. And we've mentioned this a while ago, Sirila, that, when playing in a tournament, you need to make less or zero errors in the gameplay, because when you guys are in a tournament, it is totally unacceptable, because it can cost you an entire game if you commit one mistake, and it's definitely going to affect your momentum and your overall score, and it's going to be bad for your team. And that's what one of the teams that you might want to avoid playing in crucial tournaments such as this one. But anyway, I mean, there is not much action happening just yet, but we are looking at this teams, and they are pretty much in the middle, sandwiched in that position, so that makes them very vulnerable if in case those 2 teams actually decide to push in. And here comes the team again from REBORN, if I'm not mistaken, and Sirila has been mentioning this for a while now, that REBORN is actually trying to display their mastership. I don't know if you can call it that one, with the Jackal gameplay that we were discussing a while ago, that this is already becoming slowly a trend or a meta for CODM. Let's see how good they are, because we are still missing a win, a W coming from SIGRA. Although they have been consistent with their gameplay, they are also always included in the top 5 in every game. But let's put a pin on that one, because we are seeing right here on your screens right now battle happening between 2 teams. I just cannot really pinpoint which team this is. Do you have any idea?
DM was wiped out on that part of our screen. They have been eliminated here in our game, so I think they are the 60 be eliminated here on our game. Anyway, here, let's check the players now from HILAS Esports. We only have Breezy and EPs alive. Calibe and Yeri has been killed already by those players from BOYA. But I think Calibe and Yeri will be back, because Breezy is now reviving their dog tags. So we are now here at construction site with the players from BOYA and also HE. For BOYA, we only have King, who's alive for his team, and they have a total of 2 kills already. Anyway, let's check here now. Players from 4 Sinners, Pan, Mulan, and Nicolas. We still have 2 players left. I don't think they were able to get the dog tags of CX and also Lurid. Those players have been killed by SIGRA crit using those jackals. So that's what I was talking about a while ago. Air support is very important here on our game. Air support is very important, because if you really know how to use those jackal, those air support, you could really help your team get some kills on this part of our game. Since this is a very big map and this is really an open field, so it's very nice to have good air support who really knows how to maneuver those jackal here inside our game.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Of course, if you have that jackal with you, you can see everything from down below. Of course, you are airborne, so you can pretty much see what's happening from the ground, and that is actually one of the great ways to collect those information that you need to have that little edge against your opponents inside the game. And it's also one of the things that you need to develop in your team, just how good you guys are at extracting information that will help you achieve success in every situation, and Jackal gameplay is one of those things that you can use to actually get the W for every situation. But yes, Sirila, we still have 11 teams and 40 players alive, if I am reading this correctly. And again, it's a little quiet as of the moment. We are looking at AEXL with just 3 players into the game. That's an automatic disadvantage. I mean, if you guys are going up against the full squad, you guys can be outmaneuvered or overpowered by that team that can result to your loss, for this game number 4.
Okay, so now we are here on the side of our screen. This is the players from XIII. You can see their Enyo and Soul engaging with our players from AOV. Enyo and Soul are the only ones who's alive for slot C, but unfortunately they have 8 kills already here on our game, and we're just here on the 14 minutes of our game. So we're just here in the first half of 4th round. So they have been using snipers. They have been using their Jack 12 here on our game. And let's see if Muesi will still be back on our revive flight. We have a revive flight happening in a few seconds. And here on the side of our screen, this is ENE engaging with the players now from SIGRA. And there's a Yoshi killing Zed with that Jack 12. That's what I'm talking about. Jack 12 is really a good gun if you're gonna do a close range combat. And there's also Wagner killing Dardel with that Jack 12. That's what I'm talking about. For ENE, I think we only have a Bear alive for his team. And when I think we'll be back for our revival fight, it was happening in 37 seconds. But Dardil here instead has been killed already by those players now from SIGRA. I'm really happy to see that SIGRA is now getting kills here on our 4th round. So most probably their team name will be rising up on our leaderboards. We have a revive light happening now in 14 seconds, and here now we are here at the V of SIGRA. This is Wagner using here his Jack 12, trying to look for the players of AXL. We can see there Shao and also Minami, but they are already backing out with their snowboard. They're not engaging. Shao here is using a rewind, and Minami here is a smoker. I think they're not trying to spot other players in front of them. Here on this side of our screen, this is AOP. We can see there Pablo, Shiva, and Selena and Nell. Zone is now shrinking. They can try to gatekeep all of those players outside of the zone, but now some of the players here are now securing the spots, going inside the building, trying to camp and maybe get those placing points instead of engaging with the other teams.
Well, that's also one of the things that you might want to avoid, is to stay in just one location. All of you in just one location, because all it takes is just one nade, and that team can actually be wiped out, entirely from the game. And now we are down to just 10 teams and 30 players alive for our game number 4. We are actually nearing the end of this game. We are now in the 3rd phase of the circle, and a lot of them actually playing the edge of our safe zone. A lot of them going inside all together now, while on their snowboards right there. They are also receiving a lot of punishment coming in from every player that's actually right beside them, trying to eliminate each other, Sirila, which is actually a bit funny at the moment, because I just know that there's big pressure coming up from these players to survive that encounter while also surviving to get inside the safe zone.
Okay, it's actually very hard now for all of the players to engage, since the map is very small, and we still have 31 players inside our map. And we also have the team players coming from our revive live. You can see their Dardil has been revived for ENE. And now here on the view of our screen, this is players from HILAS ESPORTS. In front of them are the players now from SIGRA slot J, that is SIGRA ARTEMIS. And they can try to gatekeep those players who are now trying to go inside our zone. Calibre here is using now the AK-47. And also, the other players now here from SIGRA. I think they are now going to use their snowboard trying to get the right position to engage the other team players. On the left side of our screen, you can also check on our kill feed that there are also players being killed by players from NICAEA Esports, AXL. Shao has been killed already, so that leaves Minami alive for the team players from slot A. Because see, they're Hachi trying to use the Tempest. I think this is a Tempest since we have allowed ballistic weapons here on our game. There's actually no, but when there are no banned guns here on our game. There are no banned weapons. Instead, we have banned only skins for this whole tournament. I think we have banned the M21 Flash one since there is no recall for that gun. So there is a bug, and also the ICR saber blade. So aside from that, all of the guns and all of the ballistic weapons are allowed here on our game. And it's nice to see Shroud here now using the tank, and let's see if that will be advantage here for our players from slot 11, having a tank here in the middle of our gunfight, and he was able to knock down Yeri with that tank. Shroud there, so using the tank, and Yoshi also from SIGRA had another kill using that AK-47. We are now down to our last 8 teams. We still have 19 players inside our lobby. And it will be very hard now for all of the players to go here now inside the zone because the smoke has been put there by the other team. So it can be an advantage for the KPS, but for SIGRA on the other side, on the right side of our screen, it will be very hard for them now to go inside our zone and to get a right spot here as our zone is now shrinking. We are down to our last 5 teams and last 16 players. We still have AOB, HILAS Esports, SIGRA Esports, 2 players actually coming from two teams coming from SIGRA, and there's Wagner killing Drago, and there's Biscuit killing another player from HE, and now Wagner killing their Gab with the Jackal. We are now down our last 4 teams, Red King.
Yeah, I mean Kingpins. They didn't even stand a chance because they were sandwiched and they were in a very vulnerable spot considering that they have only 2 players remaining. But SIGRA again with a kill using that M21 HILAS Esports. You know, it's very difficult for them to actually try and engage with SIGRA right now, as SIGRA becoming really aggressive at the moment, really collecting those kill points that they need. Although in that process they lost 2 of their members. So we only have 2 players left for our SIGRA team, and we are now finally on our last 3 teams, Sirila, and they are now looking to get that W for our 4th game. We still have our players coming from AOB, and now we got 2 teams from SIGRA. So this is like a sibling rivalry. A civil war is about to happen as we witness just who will dominate our game number 4.
Yes, so we are now down to our last 3 teams. This is AOB versus SIGRA Artemis, and also versus SIGRA Poseidon. For Poseidon, we only have Yoshi alive for our team. He's using here the Jack 12, and now engaging there with the Shiva, getting Shiva there with the Jack 12. And now players from SIGRA, they have a total of 18 kills for this round. This is what I'm talking about. SIGRA Poseidon has already gotten their momentum for our game, and now we can see there for AOB, there's Pablo and also Selena now engaging. Pablo killing their Yoshi with the Jackal. We only have 2 teams left. This is AOB versus SIGRA Artemis. So for AOB, we still have Pablo and Selena. This is gonna be a 2v4 situation. You can see there Pablo now using their sniper, trying to hit those players now from SIGRA who are now going inside our zone. For SIGRA, Hashi is still there with the sniper, but he was knocked down here by Selena with the AK-47. We have an exchange of kills. Q's has killed Selena. We only have Pablo left for our team. He's a rewinder. Now with that rewind, let's see if he will be able to take down that player from SIGRA Battle, but sadly, Jack 12 of SIGRA is a very meta, very OP for this game, and the winners for our 4th round is Team 10, and that is the team from SIGRA Esports Artemis.
I was, for a moment, I thought AOB was the one gonna bag the W, since they are the ones that are actually inside the safe zone. They were really putting up big pressure on those SIGRA fighters, but SIGRA, they were able to flip the tables and actually did a reverse sweep, therefore taking the W on our game number 4, which is an amazing gameplay coming from SIGRA. And right now on your skills, on your screen, we got Hachi with a 1 kill, Beryl with 2. We got Shroud right here with 3, and Q2 with another 2 points for our game number 4, amounting to a total of 8 kill points right here, Sirila.
Okay, so this is the scoreboard as of now. This is the individual scoreboard. First place was taken by our players from SIGRA Artemis, and they have your total of 8 kills for our 4th
Mhm.
round. Second place was taken by players from AOB, that is AOB Python. They were able to get a total of 8 kills as well. And now here, this is what I'm talking about. The team of Wagner SIGRA Poseidon is
Mhm.
really dominated our game here on the 4th round with 18 kills for their team. Team 17, that is another team of AOB. That is
Right?
no, 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 this is actually let me check. Team 17, yes, actually this is AOB, another team there. They were able also to get a total of 10 kills. So I'm checking how many teams were able to get two-digit kills on our 4th round. So
Yeah.
we have two teams were able to get a total of two-digit kills. That is Sigma Poseidon and also AOB Esports Team 17. And sadly, the 13 Esports who really got a lot of kills on the 3rd round were been wiped out already early part of this game. So maybe we can talk more of that on after our short minute break, and let's also check and let's see how are we going to update our leaderboard, since we haven't posted our leaderboard in after the 3rd round. So let's see how it's going to change after this a short minute break, and we will all see you in a while.
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Save tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakita. Perlawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na niya.
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Save tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakita. Perlawan na uli. Dito pisa. Miss ka na niya. Save tumulo na rin eh. Subunto na pakisa. Perlawan na uli si Tapisa Miskara.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
Okay, guys. Hello, good evening. We are back here for our Paramount Gaming Zero to Hero Miners are now playing here for our lower bracket. So we have seen there the players engage on on, on the game on blackout map on FPP mode. So after this, we are going back to isolated map. Still playing with with FPP mode. So we're just gonna switch map, but the mode is still FPP. So I just want to talk about how the players have been doing on our fourth round. So Boya, they have been performing well in our third and second round. So on our on our fourth round, they were, I think they were only able to get a total of 2 kills. I think it was as a disadvantage for them having three players only playing for their team. I also want to see now our scoreboard, and let's see how it has been doing since some of the players have hopped on the second
Ooh.
of our screen. Okay, so this is now our leaderboard. Still at number one spot is NICAEA Esports with 84 points. Boya, on the other hand, here is taking the second spot with 79 points. And SIGRA, Poseidon, that's what I'm talking about. They're now here up at the third spot with a 4 points already. Fourth place being occupied by players from BVE with 47. Reborn team takes the fifth spot with 44 kills. AUXILIARUS taking the sixth spot with 42. SIGRA Artemis with 39 points. KINGPINS PYRO with 36. Four Sinners with 34. AOB Python with 31. And REX-69 with 31 and 13 esports. Despite being eliminated on the fourth round and only having kills on the third round, they were still able to secure the 12th spot here with 27 points for their team.
Yes, I mean, we are still looking at Boya Esports, of course, from a 7 point lead in favor of NICAEA right here. They've managed to narrow it down to just 4 points. But if we're going to look at the stats against Sirila, I mean, NICAEA Esports are still pretty much huge and putting up big numbers when it comes to kill points. Pretty much, balanced with their placement points as well. That is why, no doubt, they are dominating our game this evening. For Boya Esports, 47-32, still, pretty much in the middle, setting up a total of 79 points, which is actually not bad. But here comes our SIGRA Poseidon. Welcome to our top 3 spot. And of course, again, we've mentioned this over and over that only the top 12 teams will be then considered to proceed to our grand finals to get a chance, to win our awesome prizes and of course the bragging rights that you guys have actually conquered the battlefield here in a Zero to Hero showdown. And if you guys are having such a wonderful time, just as we are, of course, please don't forget to show your love and support to this broadcast by sharing it to your to everyone. Maybe tagging some of your friends down there in the comment section, and let us know what you guys are thinking. We would love to have a very good engagement with you guys, and also please don't forget to follow our gaming pages as well. We are live on all 4 pages. We got Paramount Gaming Esports, we got Red Queen, Sirila, and of course our mission control, none other than Direct Colics. Colics because Too Big is water. There you go, ladies and gents. Please make some noise down there in the comment section and cheer for your favorite team, for your favorite player, because this is already the second to the last game before we end our tournament this evening.
So I think we're going to start in a few minutes. So we are now here doing the last 2 rounds of our whole tournament, and we will see who are the top 12 teams that will be joining our lower finals, which is happening this Friday. Those who are watching, just want to say hi to everyone. I hope you're still enjoying our tournament. And I want to talk about the gameplay of our players during the 4th round. So again, as I was saying, I'm really surprised that Turning Esports were still able to secure that top 12 spot despite being wiped early
Yeah.
on 4th round and not having any kills. They were still able to get a top 12 spot. And another team there, Boya, they only have a total of 2 kills for their team on that 4th round. So let's see if they can try to catch up and beat NICAEA on our last 2 rounds. So I think the difference is not really that big for NICAEA and also Boya, since Boya really had big points coming from their 3rd and the 2nd round. They have, I think, both of it were around more than 25 kills. So here now we are back at our lobby, and again, as I was saying, more players have been joining, more teams has been joining our game, and we are now here with 20 teams inside our lobby. I'm now checking my phone how many teams are inside. So we had 15, 17, 19, and now we are here with 20 teams. So we'll start our game in a few seconds. We'll see who's gonna dominate FPP mode and an isolated map. So you have seen their players from ENE and also SIGRA. SIGRA is actually doing very well here on our lower bracket game. They have been doing well with those snipers, with those Jack 12. So let's see how it's going to unfold here on the 5th round of our game.
Yes, actually, there's a lot happening right now. But for Boya, they are slowly picking up the pace. They are trying to set their momentum. And you're right, so far, for this whole tournament, NICAEA have been pretty much dictating the tempo for our game. Starting from 1 to game number 4, they pretty much have the total dominance from the get-go. So let's see if Boya can actually catch up, because they've managed again to narrow it down to just 4 points. From 7 points, they've narrowed it down to 4 points. So it isn't really a far gap when we talk about points. And now heading back to isolated again, we pretty much have our flight path in the middle. So these teams have, a chance to go to their desired locations. And again, as expected, most of the teams drop into the northern part area of the map. And as you all know, in CODM, there aren't really like a permanent high tier area that you can loot. It's pretty much a random. So, for this team to actually drop into those areas, they are considering, you know, that specific area to be their most comfortable area that they can jump in. But we come in this game as Potato Esports just killed these players coming from DEM. I think pretty much Sirila, they did a squad wipe, because looking at the number of teams that we have for our game number 4, I think they were the first one to be eliminated, because we only have 19 teams left for our game number 4.
It's actually a disadvantage for the players from DM a while ago, since they have the same drop off point. If they really don't have any loots, any guns to engage with those players from Potato, they're gonna really be out of this game. So that's what happened a while ago. So they have been they're the first team to be eliminated, and they have been wiped out here in our game. Good thing here for Potato is once they have squad wipe those players from DEM, they now decided to go out here of this area, since they know that there are also other players who dropped off on nuclear plant. So I think we have 4 teams who's been dropping off on that area. So we can now check our other teams here playing inside our map. We are here now with the players from NRX69. We are here now at farm, but upon checking, they are the only teams here inside. So maybe we can try to check other teams coming from the other side of the map. Good thing here is they have their choppers, so they can have the mobility to go around inside the zone and look for the other enemies. On the side of the screen, this is the players now from AXP, from slot P. They're now here at the practice range, but they have dropped off here on the side of the map alone. They don't have other enemies here, and let's try to check also other teams now. Our kill feed as of now, it's a very quiet, very silent, and as you can see here, on our map, most of the players, they have their separate drop off points. So we're just on the first 5 minutes of the game. So a lot of things are still going to happen, since there's still been there has just been they are just been getting the loots here for their teams. So here on the side of the screen, this is 13 Esports engaging with the Singaporean team, which is the REBORN team. They're now here at Raider Base. Let's check how many kills they have gotten already on our first round. So there was Nichi knocking down one player from REBORN team. And now there's Miura killing Jewel with that PPSH. We only have a Shao and Shinichi alive for slot, and let's see if he will be able to get the dog tags of Sora and also Jewel, and if they will be back on our revive flight. There's was a Shao killing Miura with that Pharaoh. Missing kill there by Shao. Shao is really performing well here with his new team. I think they have a good chemistry here for 13 Esports. Shao is the newest member of 13 Esports. They're coming from Vagabonds Esports. Anyway, we can see here now Shinichi. I think they will now try to go inside our zone, and it's very easy advantage for them to have that chopper, so it will give them more mobility and to go around and get some loot, and maybe to try to pick up their other teammates who will be back from our revive flight. Anyway, we are now here to be of NICAEA and also BOYA Esports.
Well, you know, in just a few minutes, a lot has happened. And if we're going to look at the map again, this is a brutal zone once again, Sirila, as it has at least 60% of water, you know, inside our station, which is going to be very difficult for the other teams to adapt. And speaking of adaptation, of course, you've mentioned a while ago that it's best to have, you know, some sort of alterations when it comes to your gameplay. I mean, if there is something wrong with your plan, if you cannot really execute a flawless plan, then you need to go back to the drawing boards and fix that thing that you need fixing, because, well, it's going to be a disadvantage for you if you cannot really win those fights. I mean, especially if you're going to target locations that will, you know, that there's a squad that's definitely going to challenge you. Of course, you're going to risk losing members of your team if you guys go for an early engagement. But looking at HILAS Esports right now, I think they are, you know, battling with at least 2 squads in this area. Now, 4-man strong, we still have all of our members for our HILAS Esports, but they are actually, I think, at the bridges or maybe down below, because we got a T7 right here. Still a squad as well. They are complete and they have, I mean, they are inside this circus. And we also have, if I'm not mistaken, some players coming from BVE as well. So we are watching three squads trying to fire at each other. But you're going to ask me, Sirila, again, BVE in the middle. They are, the most vulnerable team, since there will be teams coming from front and from the front end to the back. So it's going to be a little difficult for them to keep up with the task of looking, on their front end to their back side.
Okay, so here on our screen, these are the players now from BVE, and also on their front, this is the players now from Team 7. I'm hoping that Team 7 will now be able to get some kills here on our 5th round, because they have not been doing well on our game as of now. So I'm really hoping, since they have already their loot, and also all of their equipment now to engage. So let's see if they can now get some kills here on the 5th round of our game. But here, and XIII now trying to get some kills here against Team 7 Soy with that AR, but sadly that kill has been denied. Soy was able to go out of this area and now trying to get some backup with other team players now from Team 7. They're not engaging as of now, but let's see if they will try to get some placing points on the later part of our game. We are now here on the 9 minutes of our game. We still have 17 teams, 63 players are still inside, still playing. So it's still a lot, and a lot of kills is going to happen in a few minutes. I'm very sure of that. Here in the view of BVE, let's see if they have some snipers here. There's Pabs, there's Easy God, and now I can see their Easy God have a sniper. Let's see if he will be able to take down some players here inside Syracuse. And also on the right side of our screen, there's also Bitente being chased here by Paps using his M4, but Bitente doing that Marceline doing the zigzag movement is very hard for BVE to knock him down. It was easy, God, with that sniper M21. He has been trying to do a spam with that sniper to be able to take down Bitente. And now for EXP, we only have Janri and NK alive for our team. But Bitente will be back from our revive flight. He has been revived by his teammates. And let's see if now NK and Janri will be able to get some kills here against players from BVE. BVE is really pushy here on this game. They're really trying to be aggressive here on our 5th round of our game. We already have 3 kills for their team already, and now we can see here Easy God now trying to spot their NK with that M21, trying to spam with that sniper, but sadly that kill has been denied. RM here with the SMG now trying to push already. Our 2 players here from AXP. As you can see there, for slot E, we only have NK and Jenny. Bitente is back from our revive flight, by the way. So we will still be playing here for EX-MAKINA. I think Sen wasn't revived here by our players from EXP. So I think that will be a disadvantage for them, since they only have 3 players now playing, and actually it's 2, since Easy God has killed NK already with that AR. So there's Bitente coming back from our revive flight, and now here Janri now trying to back out and not pushing here against our players that are from BVE, is still trying to get a secure spot here. But here inside Duck, we have also players coming from AXL and also other players here from Potato Esports. Let's see if Genre will be able to make it, or he will be sandwiched here by the other teams. Red Queen.
Yes, AXP need to lie low for a bit, as Bitente is already on his way back to join Janny over here. But we still got one more player that they need to go for revive. But yes, there's actually quite a number of teams that's been eliminated, and some of them just lost their players. They're pretty much still alive, so there's still a chance to actually go for that clutch gameplay. Okay, so again, we're moving into our second phase of the circle, and pretty much all of most of the teams are flocking right there in the middle, Sirila. And as you've mentioned a while ago, Zen is pretty much permanently out of the game. But don't you worry, guys. AXP has 3 more players, for our game number 4. So they still have, at least a 70% chance of winning this one. On the side of HILAS Esports, still 4 men strong, and they are playing the edge of the circle right here. And I think they are going up against BVE at the moment, but we got Yeri right here still aboard that vehicle, while the rest of the teams are trying to deal with BVE on top of the mountain, if I'm not mistaken. And we got HILAS Esports Yeri right here. Again, still inside that car. There is a bit of a gap between those 2 players, but Brizzy doing a massive spray down against Snake, but Snake dodging that attack and surprisingly, surviving this one. But BVE putting a lot of pressure on our HE teams, as Calibre is just right behind that rock over then on a throne, and it's BVE already making it difficult for them to get inside our safe zone. Snake trying to eliminate Breezy in this situation. Breezy with a very low HP. Now he just threw that nade and went for the kill. Now Breezy is down and just became a dog tag right there, Sirila.
Okay, so now BB really here taking some kills on our 5th round. They have 7 kills already now here for their team, and we still have here Snake trying to do some sniper shots here against the players now from Kenny. There's Dardil. He is taking those damages, been knocked down here using that M21 of Snake. Snake is really an excellent sniper here from our team players from BOSSPH Vikings. And now I think let's see if they can still if they can still try to revive Dardil. Let's see our map. Actually, our map is actually very small as of now, and we still have lots of players. And also, what is going to be very hard for our players is also there's a water side here on our zone. Hopefully the next circle is not there on that water side, so we can still see more of the gameplay and gunshots here on the ground. But here now on the side of our screen, this is AXL versus SIGRA, and there's a Shao killing those players with that RPD. This gun has lots of ammunition. There's a lot of bullets, so was able to knock down some of the players here from SIGRA. Okay, the esports now trying to be very pushy here with the players now from AXL. Now throwing some grenades, and also Nova guys inside that warehouse, knowing all of the players of AXL are inside, so they can trap them inside that warehouse and throw some grenades inside. So here we can see players from ENE. There's a Zed, there's also Win and Bear still occupying our high ground, to see if that will be an advantage for them. And now this is Potato Polo. For Potato Esports, let's see how many players are left. We still have 2 players. It's Polo and Blue. Yawa and Hesa will be back from our revive, but not unless they will be killed here by the players now from the Esports occupying our high grounds. Dardil, on the other hand, has been knocked down. I think he's been knocked down outside of the zone because there's no enemies who trying to knock him down. And here on this side of our screen are players from SIGRA. They're trying to gatekeep all of these players from AOB who are now going inside our zone. SIGRA Yoshi was able to knock down 1 player. Now he can try to backstab all of these players who are under the bridge, who are now trying to go inside our zone. He also needs to go inside our zone since he only has half of his health as of now. SIGRA Wagner here is back on our revive line. 49 players inside this circle, and it's very small already here at Queen.
Yes, AXL coming in hot, from the outside of the safe zone. Now SIGRA right now is the one that's left behind outside of the circle this time. So this is going to be, an exciting gameplay, because AXL, they want to clap back against SIGRA, but they are a little bit busy right now because there are other teams that are inside, this area right here. 5 teams, 6 teams to be exact. So this is a carnage starting right now. now. We got RC right now trying to fire down at the players from SIGRA, trying to put in big pressure and preventing them to actually get inside the safe zone. Now they are all together, which is pretty much very easy, for the other teams to eliminate them. And AXL still coming in hot from outside of our safe zone. So, these teams that are inside this area, Sirila, has the chance to actually eliminate AXL as well. Because one, they overextended, which is a big no-no again inside a tournament. And there are actually a lot of teams just in front of them. So it is going to be a little difficult for them to actually push in and move in inside our safe zone.
Okay, so now we are here on 18 minutes now of our game, still with 13 teams, 43 players inside our lobby. As I'm looking at our mini map, I can see there one player coming from slot W, and I think that is banned, still using the jackal as of now. So team players from Singapore, they have been really doing well with those jackal, and they have a total of 3 kills already. I think the other players from REBORN have been wiped out early from this part of the game, and Ben was able to get the dog tags of his teammate. Let's see if that air support will be an advantage here. If the jackal will be an advantage here, since he is on the high ground, and he can still try to kill all of these players. Since this is an open ground, even though they are inside the building, those missiles coming from the jackal, they can still do some damage even though you are still inside those buildings. You can do some wall banging, you can still kill those players inside. Anyway, we can see here Potato Esports now engaging with PvE, and also Potato Polo killing RM with the Jack 12 down to our last 10 teams, last 27 players, and now players from 13 Esports are now doing some kills here. Shinichi had another kill here, giving them a total of 6 kills already for their team. And here on this side, Potato Esports, they're still complete. They still have 4 players for Potato Esports, and they have also been doing well in this 5th round of our game, since they have a total now of 11 kills for their team.
Yeah, so different strategies now coming into play as the zone shrinks. We are already at the 5th phase of the circle. Ladies and gents, we are now looking at the final 8 teams now, looking to get our 4th win for this tournament, or for this evening. But of course, again, this is a very chaotic situation right now, as all squads are now in this specific area, but they still cannot find each other. Some of them are just doing round the rosy in this situation, but I can say whoever is on top of that mountain right there has the higher ground advantage. But this team down below are trying to eliminate, each other. But who will win this fight will then have to go up against those 2 remaining squads on top of that hill right there. But of course, they also need to consider as they now prepare to descend, because the zone is already shrinking. And I can say pretty much, Sirila, that Potato Esports, if they play their cards right, they can actually bag the win for our game number 4.
Yes, so we are now down to our last 4 teams, last 9 players. We only have Bear Alive for our team. Players from XIII, even though they're on the high grounds, it's not an advantage for them, because players from Potato Esports were able to wipe them out using those sniper guns. So we are down to our last 3 teams. The band here is still alive for REBORN. For ENE, we still have a Bear and Win here inside this building, and there's a Bear killing Polo with that Jack 12. But Potato Blue was able to back up his team, and he was able to kill Bear with that Jack 12. And now we are down to our last 2 teams. I think Ban here will be out of the safe zone, and we have a new winners here for our 5th round, and that is Team 15. This is Potato Esports.
Yes, as expected. Of course, they have the number advantage. So pretty much they really, shut down all of the teams that are still on that ground. And we can consider, the team that's up there in the hill. I really couldn't see, or the team's names, or which teams are actually doing all of the killings. But I was pretty sure that Potato Aim Esports will bag this win for our... This is game number number 5, right? Because I mentioned game number 4 a while ago. So this is game number 5, second to the last game. And as I mentioned, again, Potato Aim Esports has all the elements of winning this game number 5. So there you go, flashing on your screens right now. Again, we got Potato Esports taking the number 1 spot, followed by, if I'm not mistaken, is this Reborn team number 23. Wait, let me just check that one. Yes, Reborn team coming from Thailand. And of course, again, we got our ENE, our NICAEA right here. Again, the most consistent, from our bracket. Even though they are not getting the W, but they are pretty much, always included in our top 3. And they always put up huge number of points. So yes, I think they can secure still, the top spot for our game number 5, Sirila.
So I'm actually not surprised for NICAEA to be still occupying the top 1 spot, since they have been getting a lot of placing points aside from the kill points here on our game. So they were on the 3rd, so I think that is still plus 11, and that is really a big amount of points that will be added to their total kill points. So here, upon checking our scoreboard, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams who were able to get a total of 2-digit kills for our game. Team 15, that is Potato Aim Esports, they have a total of 19 kills. A very excellent game here on our 5th round. So let's see if this will change their position in the leaderboards. If they will be able to take maybe inside the top 5 spot. So if I am in the top 12 of the leaderboard, if I really want to secure one of my spots there, I would like to be included in the top 1 to 5 spots of that leaderboard. So anyway, maybe we can still check their scores in a while after our few minutes break. Let's see what is the movement now from our leaderboard. So we will be back in a while. So let's check what will be the scoreboard after our few minutes break. Bye, guys.
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Save itu muda dari ini. Sebelum kau dapat kesalahan. Perlawanan oleh Exit tapi sekarang ini. I run from
You come from high, now you see me rise.
Save itu muda dari ini. Sebelum kau dapat kesalahan. Perlawanan oleh Exit tapi sekarang ini.
me rise.
Kasi tumudo na rin eh. Subunto na pakita. Perlawan na uli si Tapi sa miskara niya.
You come from high. Now you see me rise.
We are now down to our final game this evening. Welcome back to the Zero to Hero Minor Season 3 with Red Queen Gaming and, of course, Sirila. Now, we just witnessed our game number 4. And actually, we didn't see a lot of engagement, Sirila. I mean, most of them already happened towards the end of the zone. So I can say that these teams are already aware and conscious of, how much kill points or how much placement points they're going to put up in the overalls. So we've seen a lot of teams actually taken, smart gameplays. They are now picking up their battles. So it's going to be an interesting final game for everyone. But of course, if we're talking about consistency, well, pretty much NICAEA have been, very strong from the get-go. And now to keep you guys updated at just how well these teams are performing this evening, we're going to be flashing our live scores for you guys. So we got Empire, NICAEA, again, Falcons, Sirila crossing that 100 mark with 103 total points, 57 kill points, and 46 placements. Now, BOYA Esports coming in at second with 79. So that's a huge difference. SIGRA Poseidon with 65 coming in at third. A REBORN team with the 60. BOSSPH VIKINGS VISAGE setting up a total of 60 points. And then Potato Aim Esports managed to get to our 6th place with 54 points, followed by NRX69 with 52. 4 Sinners sitting comfortably at our spot number 8 with 51. It's just actually the same number of points with AUXILIARUS Esports. SIGRA Esports ARTEMIS managed to get at the 10th spot with 45. KINGPINS with 40. And of course, for our top 12, we got 13 esports, setting up a total of 37 points up until our game number 5. Now, Sirila, can I ask you, what are your expectations for our 6th and final game this evening?
For our final round, I'm really expecting for 13 esports to now perform on this final round, since this is very crucial for them to being in that top 12 spot. So if you
Yes.
really want to join our lower bracket finals, which is happening this Friday, you really need to get those skill points and placing points on this last round. So those players, those teams coming from our team 10, 11, 12, They really need to get kills. They really need to get placing points for them to be able to secure those spot of this game. Unfortunately for Boya, they have not been performing well here on our fifth round and also in the fourth round
Mm.
of our game. But let's see if they can still do some kills here on our final round. But luckily for them, they were able to secure the second spot of this game. So maybe they're already sitting pretty, and since they're already on the second place of our leaderboard. But we will still see on our final round. Our mode is still FPP. And we are now going back to a blackout map. So Boya really performed well here on this map a while ago on the third round. So let's see if they can still make it. If they can still make it, I think they had 28 kills on our third round. So let's see if they can still do some kills here on our final round. I'm also hi Colex. I've been hearing Colex voice on the background telling me now to smile. Telling me now to smile as I am doing this shotcast with the Red Queen. So anyway, we are here now on the last round, and we have already started our game. Let's see where will our flight is gonna happen. So it's gonna start in 1 minute. And with regards to this team, I'm really happy to see the names of Potato Esports taking the top one spot, and I think they were able to get a total of 19 kills for their team on that fifth round. So that really gave them an advantage, and they were able to secure the top five spot already of our leaderboard. So I think they can already relax on our last round, but still.
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I will still I would still like to watch some engagement coming from Potato Esports because this team really has the potential. This team really has the potential. I have been seeing their names also on the other tournaments aside from this Zero to Hero, and they're really doing well. So let's see if they're going to make another excellent gameplay here on our last round.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. For the top one down to let's say 10, I think they are pretty much settled in. I think they have already secured their positions. Now, the question is really, since we are already approaching our final game, or this is actually the final game of the night. The I mean, the big question now, Cirilla, is can 13 esports hang on to that 12 spot, because well, AOB is just right behind them with 36 points. They only have a 2-point lead. So this final game will then conclude if they can still stay for the top 12 teams that will proceed to our grand finals. But of course, they need to step up their gameplay if they want a chance to get to our grand finals, Cirilla. But let's see what's going to happen as we are now about to start the engagement, to start the battles, to start the action right here inside the blackout. And again, we are on FPP mode, ladies and gents. You guys are now looking at T7, and they are not really having a very good start because Potato Esports is right now shutting them down. We already have 2 players that's already out, but let's see if they can actually flip the tables on this one, Cirilla.
Okay, so here at the factory, we have a lot of teams here who dropped off on this side. So there's Potato Esports, or also the team players now from Team 7. I think also players from Slot P are also here. Those are the players now from NICAEA. And a lot of players from NICAEA has been killed already on this first part of our game. And that leaves Bear alive for his team. Potato Esports on the other side have been doing very well with 2 kills already. And now let's see other teams here on the turbine side of our map. So this is the team from BLITZKRIEG, and also let's see what the teams are trying to engage with. This is what we still have Kyobi, Ariko, and also Misu here inside turbine. So the players they are now trying to engage with are the players now from Boya. For Boya now, they have not been performing well on the second half of our game, sadly. So we only have Bobby alive for their team. King, Onichan, and Hitman, all of those players has been killed already by those players here from the Turbine, and that is the Blitzkrieg. So we have two foreign teams here inside Turbine. This is Blitzkrieg and also Boya. And now Bobby decided to go out of this area and maybe try to get the dog tag of his teammates on the later part of this game. On this side, we can see here Kingpins also here inside the our map here at Turbine. We have here QT, Gavashing, QT, and also Draco. Let's see if they will try to engage our players now from Blitzkrieg, but so far we haven't seen each other. And let's check these teams now coming from AOB.
Well, still pretty blurry for me right now, but I can see at least 3 squads that are doing a battle in this area. Sirila, this is a team coming from CL, if I'm not mistaken, trying to go up against the players from ABC. Now we have one player that's actually on top of the roof that is currently bleeding out there in the open, but it's going to be a difficult task to go for that quick pickup since that player is a bit far away from the rest of the team. So there you go. I think that ended the chapter for that player right there. So this one player remaining needs to make sure that he survives this engagement and go for that recall if they want a chance to play at the latter stages of the game. Now jumping into AXL, we have one player that's also currently knocked down at the moment. So it's up to those 3 players remaining to actually clutch a good gameplay to cover from that fallen comrade route right there, win the engagement, and go for that revive.
Okay, so here we are back at the factory with the players from DEM, Potato, and also 13 Esports. So 13 Esports, they already have a total now of 3 kills on this early part of our game. And as of now, I think they are now trying to get the dog tag of Shorak, and Shorak, I think, will be back on our revive fight in a few minutes. Revive fight is happening here in 40 seconds. Here on this part of our screen, I think they will now go inside our safe zones, and it is already shrinking. Luckily for Shao, he was able to kill their Jer from DEM with that SMG. So they have been trying also to kill all of those players, are also going now inside our zone. On this part of our screen, I think this is the players now from Blitzkrieg slot F. But I think we are now back here. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading the names of our team players. So again, this is Ariko and Alep alive for Blitzkrieg. Kyobi and Misu has been already inside our Turbine map. Some of the other players. Again, this is a Kingpins. This is a Kingpins esports. So Drago was able to kill one player again from Blitzkrieg, and now it leaves Alep alive for his team. And Kingpins now, they have a total of 3 kills for their team, and now going inside our safe zone. They're now having a hard time here since the zone is really far from their area. Let's see if they can still make it inside the zone. That is really the problem here in this blackout map, since there's no vehicle here. There's actually a few vehicle and no helicopter spawns for this map, so the players will have a hard time to go now inside our zone. So mobility will be a problem here. This is going to be one of the biggest problem here as a player if they are going to engage here in a blackout map.
Yes, it is definitely one of the priorities if you guys are playing in a blackout map, is to really, search for vehicles for your team. But of course, there's always that handy dandy snowboard that you can use to go from point A to point B. But of course, it is going to be a little better for you guys to move around the map if you guys have a car. Of course, it's a normal gameplay when you guys are playing in a big map. But anyway, you know what? It's really, really hard to give you guys a very good show since I'm really looking at a very blurry screen right now. But of course, I'm doing my best to give you guys an idea of what's happening inside the arena, and the production team really is doing great as well to give you guys a good show as well. But let's see what's going to happen again, because we are watching HILAS Esports and Sirila. We only have 3 players for this team, so that's already a disadvantage so far. So maybe this is the reason why they are choosing to camp for the moment, not engaging in any team because they want to secure placement points. Now we got BVE again in another situation, but gaining kill points as well. And if I'm not mistaken, what can you see which team they are fighting currently?
I think this is I'll check. This is BVE. Oh, this is SIGRA Artemis. So that we are
Hmm.
now here at I think this is the train station. So they're now engaging the players now from SIGRA. For SIGRA, we still have a Beryl alive for slot J, and now he's going here inside our zone. But the players now from BVE Esports are really trying to chase him with that SMRS, and also let's see if Shroud here can help him and try to back him up with the
Ooh.
players against BBE. But now, let's go back here to the players now for DEM. This was a Jer being killed here by the players now from BLITZKRIEG. For DEM, we only have, let's see, we still have Ansabon, Habibi, and Ploy still alive for their team. And Habibi, I think, is back, is just back from our revive flight. Let's see if Jer will be back. We'll have a revival flight happening now in 50 seconds. Map is still big. We still have 15 teams. We still have 53 players inside our lobby. So here, we are on the view of our players now from BLITZKRIEG. This is slot F, and all of them are now complete. The players who have been knocked down on the early part of our game, they're now back here on our on our game. We still have 4 players now for BLITZKRIEG. As of now, there's still no engagement, and there's no kills coming from our kill feed. But once we see the names of these players, we're gonna chase that. We're gonna see what is happening in that area. On this left side of your screen, you can see there Fan Mulan from Four Sinners, killing some players using that SMRS. So maybe we can check that. We have here Fan Mulan, and CX, and also Lurid here. They now have a total of 6 kills for their team, and they are very near here to our players from slot Q, which is AOB.
You know what? If you saw the map a while ago, Sirila, most of the teams are actually sticking to the edge of the circle. Most of them coming in from the south eastern side of the map. Now, if I saw that correctly, only 3 squads that are actually inside our safe zone. Now, everyone is trying to play the edge of the circle. Maybe they want to do a late rotation. Of course, obviously, if you guys don't want to get into the middle, you guys don't want to engage as early as now. I mean, it's just the second phase of the circle right here, and I understand that you guys want to get to, to put up huge numbers when it comes to placement points. So definitely, again, our battle will start as we head on to our final zones. But let's see what's going to happen right now, because NRX is actually trying to battle it out with a team right here. Now, NRX, if this is right, I mean, we only have one player that's left, so he is now about to escape the situation to have a chance to go for that revive, Sirila.
AXL. So that is
Ah.
Shao from Auxiliary Esports. So he decided to go out of this area, back out using that snowboard. So as of now, for NRX 69, on the other hand, we still have Moesi and Yao and Y is still alive for that team, and Soul will be back from our revive flight, which is happening in 9 seconds. On the left side of your screen, you can see there our leaderboard, and it's still being dominated by our players from NICAEA and having 100 points already on this game. So here on this side, we can see here players now from Kingpins. We can see there are Cutie, Gab, Shane, Cutie, and Drago trying to engage our players now from Four Sinners. Maybe they can try to gatekeep those players on the edge of that zone, and they are actually throwing grenades to our team players here from slot D. Gab on the other side is now pushing with his trap. I think he has seen here Lurid and now trying to chase Lurid with that SMG, but that kill has been denied because 4 players from 4 sinners have been trying to reposition again, but still occupying those high grounds. And now Shane Cutie here on the other side is trying to do some damage against the players from 4 sinners using that M4, and now I think players from on the higher grounds have now keep up with the pace here from Kingpins, and the Kingpins now decided to back out of this area. They're the ones being pushy here a while ago, but since
Yeah.
4 sinners have already tried to pick up their game, and how the Kingpins are just throwing grenades here on their side, so Kingpins now decided to back out of this game. Anyway, we are here now still at the V of 4 sinners. They are very near our players from BVE. BVE on the other side, let's see how many players are still alive for the team. We only have Snake and RM alive for slot S, but I think Paps will be alive on our revive light, which is happening in 20 seconds. Here on our screen, you can see there that our zone is now shrinking. Our zone will shrink now in 12 seconds. So here on the side, this is now the team of Boya. Let's see if Boya Bobby can still revive his teammate. But I think upon
Oh.
checking our left side of our screen, I think players from Boya have been permanently eliminated here
Oh.
on our game. So here on this side, this is NRX69 engaging with our players from. Can't see the names. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time, but I think that is BLITZKRIEG. I think that is BLITZKRIEG Red Queen.
Well, I honestly don't have any idea, sort of, but
It's actually BLITZKRIEG. It's actually
Okay.
BLITZKRIEG. Yeah.
but well, what you said a while ago, Boya Esports kind of just lost their momentum during game number 4, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they are actually dropping the ball, but honestly, I mean, it's already fine because they don't have to worry about, you know, their kill points and their placement points as well, because they are safe. They are included in the top 12. So there's really nothing to worry about. But of course, NICAEA Esports will keep the top spot for our overall leaderboards. And now that we are in the final game, of course, you guys need to give your 100%. You need to do everything that you need to do in order for you guys to be included in the top 12 to get a chance to get your hands on our Moolah prizes. Everything is happening so fast, Sirila. We are down to just 12 teams remaining, and we are just at the third phase of the circle right here. Everyone is just really excited, you know, to eliminate the players inside the game. So I'm already looking forward at who will win the W for our final game.
Okay, so we are down to our last 12 teams. We still have 39 players inside our lobby. Zone will shrink in 1 minute and 11 seconds, and as of now, you can see in our map, it's a really small as of now, and we still have lots of players outside of the zone and now engaging here. These are the players from NRX69, and in front of them are the players from AOB. For AOB, we still have 4 players. They're still complete. It's the team of Niana, Pong, Patito, and also Iho. Still engaging with the other team players. Here, NRX69 have been taking some damages here coming from DEUS on their on the back of their area. There's a team of Habibi. Let's check from slot M. We still have 4 players. That's Ansabon, Habibi, Jer, and also Poloy. All of them are still alive. They have 3 kills for your team already. And as of now, as you can see there on your screen, some of the players from NRX69 have been knocked down here already. But despite taking some damages from the teams from DEM and also the other teams from AOB, still NRX69 were able to get a total of 15 kills here on our last round. They have been not getting any wins here, no placing points for them, but with kill points, they have been doing really very well here on our game.
EX-MAKINA losing members of their team. I think they only have 1 player remaining for this encounter. Now we also got NRX 6-9 right here playing the edge of the circle, trying to get inside our safe zone while trying to battle it out with the last remaining player coming from DEUS EX-MAKINA. Now I can see that we still have 5 more teams remaining, and we are already at the 4th phase of the circle. NRX surviving that engagement, although losing 3 members of the squad, so it's going to be a little difficult for our NRX to actually clutch this gameplay and win the game. But of course, not impossible if they will be, taking smart game plays. Now, jumping into this team right here, they're doing a massive spray down outside of our safe zone. I don't know what these guys are doing, still outside. But let's see who's going to be gatekeeping this teams, because we are now approaching the final leg for our final game, and everyone is already excited at who will take our last win of the night.
Okay, so we have 6 players and 4 sinners. There's actually Lurid taking some excellent damages and kills with that sniper. On the side of our screen, this is the 13 esports. We still have Shinichi, Shao, and Sora still alive for the esports. Luckily, they're still alive on this part of the game, and so far they have been doing very well with 17 kills already. And I think I can say as of this time, they have secured their spot here on the top 12 of our game. So we are now down to our last 3 teams, last 7 players. Okta and Ban still alive for Reborn team. Shinichi killing their 1 player from 4 sinners. There's Mulan being killed using the Arctic 50. I think this is a thermal Arctic 50. This is the exotic. We call it exotic Red Queen. We call it the exotic Arctic 50. It's actually a thermal sniper. So you can see players in a different view, not just the regular snipe, which is a zoom out. So it's a thermal sniper. We are down to our last 3 teams. Last 6 players. There's Lurid taking some damage here from Shinichi with his AK-47. But let's see here the view now of Shao. There's Okta killing Lurid with a Holger. And now we are down to our last 2 teams. We still have Okta. Okta here is a ninja, and Band here is a refitter. Now trying to glide. I think he was using the Jackal a while ago. That's why he is still here gliding inside the zone. And they have been securing those I think they have been securing those placing points for them to be able to go into our top 12 spot. Shao here, I think, is Shorak being impatient now, decided to go out of the safe zone and try to look for the last player here from Reborn.
Am I looking at this one right? This is already a 3v1 situation, Sirila. Coming
Yes.
from 13 esports. Now we only have Okta right here. Which team?
This is Reborn from a
Reborn. Right, Reborn. So Okta managed to get a kill. Now he is up against 2 more members, but nope, he has been denied. 13 esports taking the W for our final game. Now this is something to be this is pretty much obvious. I mean, that last remaining player don't have any option really. I mean, he is down below. He doesn't have that really much option to actually engage with this 3 players coming from 13 esports, because they have all the advantages that they need. But still, kudos. It's a great performance. I mean, he tried his best, but it's just too much firepower for just one person. So congratulations to 13 Esports for clutching this last game. We got Jewel putting up a total of 4 points for the team. We got Sirak with the 6 points. Shao with 6, and Sinichi with 4 with a total of 20 points for our final games. Final game followed by Ray, Miura, Okta, and Ban from Reborn with a total of 2 kill points, and 4 sinners. Wow! Now this is huge. This is 20 points as well. So congratulations to Fan, Mulan, Lurid, and Mulan and CX. Are they fans of Mulan the movie?
I think these are the players from Singapore. I think this is a Singaporean team. Wait, let me check. Foreigners. Oh no, this is from Thailand. This is from Thailand, I
Ooh.
believe. So these are the players from Thailand. Congratulations for getting 20 kills here on this game. Team 3, by the way, is still also doing well, very well on this on our last round. That is actually the players from NRX69. So aside from getting total of from 19 points here in our game, they have secured also placing points here by getting the top 4 spot. So most probably they have secured a spot here on our lower finals, in our lower bracket finals, which is happening this Friday. So we're now down with our 6 rounds of this tournament. So I think our score will be up in a few minutes. So let's just talk let's just talk about the happenings about our round 6. So anyway, we have seen there the players from 13 esports. They did very well on this last round despite the Jule being killed early on this part of a game. He was still able to share a total of 4 kills for his team despite being killed early. So yeah, I think it was a Shorak also and Shao who did very well on that last circle. Those players, they were able to get 6 kills, both of them. So we had a very big amount of kill points here on our game, plus the 15 points of for our placing. So it's very most likely they are now included to our top 12 spot. So they're not most probably they have ranked up already on our leaderboards.
Yeah, we didn't see that much engagement happen really during the first, few minutes of the game. We saw the battles happening starting from the fourth phase of the circle because teams are already considering, to boost up their ranks and to put up huge numbers when it comes to placement points. But of course, as we mentioned earlier, it's still going to come down to how much kill points you guys are going to get in a tournament. That's pretty much, going to be a huge difference. That will be, the turning point for you guys to really set a big gap against all of the teams that participated for tonight. But still, from game 1 down to game number 6, I mean, these teams did not disappoint. They really put up a very good show for everyone, letting us know just how good this guys are playing Battle Royale CODM. I mean, it was a non-stop action from the get-go. That is why, this battle royale is extremely exciting and fun to watch. So I hope that you guys enjoyed as well. I hope that your team did so well that they are going to be included in the top 12, because only the top 12 teams will proceed to our grand finals. Now, while waiting for the production team to actually verify all the numbers that's been getting in before we put up our final score for this evening. Do you think Sirila NICAEA has been thrown, or do you think that they have really secured the top spot for themselves?
I think Nicia have secured the top 1 spot because the next team to them is Boya Esports, and I think Boya did not get any kills for this game. I think they only have 1 kill
Hmm.
for for our last round. So most likely Nicia is still occupying our top 1 spot.
Okay, so now this is the question. Do you think 13 esports has been dethroned, from the top 12?
Oh, with their kills here on the last round and also getting plus 15 points for their placing. I think they have been up. I'm guessing maybe they are now on the top 8 or top 7 of this leaderboards. I'm very excited to see the movement now of our leaderboard, since almost all of the teams every round has been changing. Potato Esports were able to get a lot of kills in the 5th round, but sadly here on the 6th round, they were only able to get a total of 2 kills for the last round. So Let's see. Let's see our leaderboard, colleagues. If something has been
Dun,
changed,
dun, dun,
their
dun.
rankings. Okay. Okay. So we have here Nicaea still occupying top one spot with 104 points. And what surprised me here is actually four sinners. So here now, the now occupying our second place with 82 points, making Boya occupy the third spot with 81. And our XIII also went up with 80 points, so they have acquired the fourth spot. Reborn team. This is the Singaporean team, the only Singaporean team on our game. They have been here on the fifth spot, and what really surprised me is they had a big amount of placing points here doing the jackal gaming, the jackal gameplay. So most of the players, even though some of their players were been killed early on the early part of the game. What's very important there is I think it was a band who keeps on using that jackal, just trying to get the placing points, just trying to roam around, not taking any damages from the other teams, and just distracting the players.